burns inside. I stand my ground, won't let it slide. If you doubt my point, you'll hurt my pride. I'll argue forever, no need to hide. When it all goes wrong and it burns inside, I stand my ground, won't let it slide. If you doubt my point, you'll hurt my pride. I'll argue forever, no need to hide. I'm a libertarian. I fight for the rights of every man. I am a libertarian. And fight 'cause I'm right, fight 'cause I'm right. I know what's wrong and I know what's right. I'll debate all day and I'll win the fight. 'Cause deep in my mind I got clarity. Being right's the only thing that matters to me. I am a libertarian. I fight for the rights of every man. I am a libertarian. And fight 'cause I'm right, fight 'cause I'm right. I know what's wrong and I know what's right. I'll debate all day and I'll win the fight. 'Cause deep in my mind I got clarity. Being right's the only thing that matters to me. I am a libertarian. I'd fight for the rights of every man. I am a libertarian. And fight 'cause I'm right, fight 'cause I'm right. I am a libertarian. I'd fight for the rights of every man. I am a libertarian. And fight 'cause I'm right, fight 'cause I'm right. I am a libertarian.
What happened?
I'm here. I hear you.
Thing off, yeah. No, we're here. We're here.
Wondering what
I'm
was
a
happening.
professional. I am now the king of game shows now that Wink Martindale passed away. So I've got this all completely under control. So don't
All
let
right.
the slick looks and the Hollywood backdrop fool you. I know what's going on. So
High palm tree.
the palm tree just fell. I don't know how you made that happen, Andy, but it just so
You got to return it.
about a 50-50 chance it'll fall again. So stay tuned. So welcome everybody. Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Politician? A fun way to spend your Friday night talking politics, having some fun, blowing up some scores. Thank you for making this #1 rated game show at 8 p.m. for people 36 to 48 who support farmers markets over government mandates. Please share this out. We are on YouTube. There we are on YouTube. There we are on Rumble. And as always, we have the great Casey Rasmussen, the commentator who does the show They Both Suck. It's actually a political show. The name might be a little bit misleading, but it's a political show about the political parties. And what's up, Casey?
Not much, man. I'm glad this week is over and we're finally arresting somebody. That's a good thing. So I'll take it.
Who did we arrest? And tell us about the show.
We got 2 judges that have been arrested, which is fantastic. That's a start. It's not what I want, but it's a start. And George Santos is going to prison. That's even great. And 2, even though there's many people on the right that are calling for him to be pardoned because they're effing morons. But my show is we call out the bullshit in the government without the party lines. So that's what we talk about on They Both Suck.
Do you ever get around to sharing your opinions? You seem like you're pretty subdued.
No, I have 0 opinions. I'm very even kill. I don't really share any of my opinions at all.
Excellent. And next up on the panel, another returning contestant. We have Captain Lou Albano. He goes by
Thank you very much.
Andy on X here. He's O2R Systems. That's a Ponzi scheme where you get a lot of feet pics is from my understanding of how that account works.
One step at a time, we call it.
Captain Lou, how are you tonight?
Good, buddy. How are you doing?
Doing really well.
Yeah, I'm glad I could step in for you. I'm excited to be here. I know I got a lot of fans in the comments. Hopefully nobody will be nuking me. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, thanks for doing this on short notice. You're always funny. Thanks for also not damaging your neck for this appearance, letting the hair fly,
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't even realize I really should get a haircut. Like, I'm not joking, because usually I have all the chainmail on. But Terry got all nervous that I was going to wear chainmail again, and she DM'd me and said, "Don't do it. You look too hot for the camera," and a whole bunch of stuff. So I said, "Fine, I'll just do this."
How
Oh,
I
so
didn't
what?
zoom in for that glamour shot there, I have no idea.
I know. I don't even fit in the camera. I don't even know what's happening.
I don't
I'm the
know.
only one on here that doesn't have a podcast, so it's not professionally done.
OnlyFans doesn't count as a podcast?
No, 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 absolutely not. That is social media and marketing.
Okay. Gotcha. And the only new contestant this week is Eric Parker. Eric is Eric P904 on Twitter. And a lot of you will know Eric if you don't know him from his social media presence. You'll know him from the Black Powder podcast. We had Marcus on last week. He may or may not have flashed a gun at me at one point, so that went pretty well. And so that's a great show. I absolutely love that show. Has my favorite part of, social media where it's like real people talking real stuff. You can tell they're friends. You can tell they get along. They argue a little bit. It's pretty cool. But Eric also is super famous in the libertarian world for his run for Jacksonville City Council. And so Eric, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, man. Let's get this thing started early before I get too many beers in. Don't want these slowing me down like they did Marcus.
Tell us real quick about your city council run, though. I mean, that's obviously one of the great achievements of libertarians in my lifetime. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I didn't win, or else I wouldn't be in North Carolina now. But I ran for Jacksonville City Council back in 2023. I originally was running a district race. I waited to the last minute and switched to a at-large race because there was a terrible Republican running unopposed. I ended up setting a record for libertarian. I got 34.5%, 54,000 votes, and raised $20,000 for a local election. I didn't win, but I definitely challenged the Uniparty, challenged the duopoly, and I spread the message of liberty. I pissed off the local GOP, so it was worth it. It was a lot of fun.
That's the way.
Excellent. And it is a drinking game, but that's to your detriment. The way we set everything else up is, we want it to be as hard as possible for you. So drink up, enjoy. And as always with me, my lovely co-host, the producer of the show, Terry Batts. She is at BattsT76, does all the hard work on this. I just slide in at the last minute and take all the glory from her. So Terry, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm excited, ready to go. Ready for these comments to blow up.
Excellent. All right.
They already are.
Are you inciting violence, Terry?
No, I'm nonviolent, but I'll kick your ass later, okay?
Oh, okay.
I can't join the chat, but I see that I've gotten 1 million points already.
Burn and T is back. Welcome back, Burn and T. Hope you had a nice trip.
Ooh, the logo looks good.
Share. Scientific minus 100 to everyone for tardiness. Yeah, that might have been my fault tonight. Shirley staying up real late in the UK to join us, and always a big supporter. Thank you, Shirley.
Plus 100 points to Free for saying her name correct this time, which I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, that's. I don't start slurring my words until at least the 3rd minute of the show. Hey, could you get like a belly button shot with the camera there? You're really like at eyebrow level here. I thought you were a photographer.
I don't have a podcast.
And it's like, welcome to the show. I'm here to join you tonight.
For some weird reason, this camera.
Give myself credit for filling in here. And yeah.
Well, that's how we roll. I mean, should I step back a little? There you go. You want me to be less centered in the frame?
Well, just like like maybe your face. It being a talking show. One of those things. A little less chest. I know you were going for that to get more OnlyFans, but
oh, buddy, I'm in Florida, my friend.
Yeah.
This is how we walk around here.
Cat's here. Welcome, Cat.
My peeps from the villages are watching.
Markham for governor of California. Welcome. Zach's here. 1,000 points to Casey. That seems unwarranted.
100%.
500 points to Free for doing the show with homeless people he found outside his apartment. That's really cool of you. I'm inclusive, Mine is 269 to Andy for his crazy hair. That's a good call, Dana. Welcome, Dana.
She wanted feet pics. See, another one that wanted feet pics.
Yeah, minus 250. That's you bring an element with you. I think the correct term is an element.
Chloroform is what I like to call it.
Yeah. 1,000 Andy for the sweet hair. A lot of kissing up going on from Zach there.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
500 more for the hair. I mean, really, like it looks like it was done by like an electric socket, and you're getting points for it.
It literally was.
Yeah, it looks like you had a problem with like the pool filter or something.
I actually had algae in the pool today, so that's a very big problem I had.
You only got half love from Zach on Eric. Eric gets 500. He's being cautious with you. 500 for every beer each contestant drinks. There we go.
Almost done with the first one.
Fix that. We can fix that. That would be nice.
There's Chris. Watch Chris. He's got his finger on the trigger. He's a lover of the nuke button on the show. Oh, here we go. Terry, I'm nuking Andy's feed at 1:25. Just putting that out there before he gets lost in the comments. Good call.
The most valid comment I've ever seen.
He's got a strategy. He's got a binder set up. He's like 1:25. 1:26 would be too late. 1:24 would be premature.
He has to schedule comments because nobody pays attention to him in live.
He's doing a Biden. He's scheduling the nuking around his nap.
Yeah, that's fine.
1,000 to Terry for keeping Casey in line. Hey, good job spelling Casey there, Scientific. I think you forgot how this game's played. 500 points to Andy just because.
There you go. You see?
It also seems unwarranted.
DMing all these feet pics helps before the show.
Minus 500 for every button Andy doesn't have on, which is all of them.
I have
500 Andy for being a second. Eric, you're missing the inside joke here. Zach runs about, I don't know, like roughly 45 spaces a day, and a lot of it is just maneuvering co-hosts around. It's he would have been a good bus driver, a government job, maybe drive around in like a little cul-de-sac all day or something.
Yeah, my phone is literally like Zach, my kid, Zach, my kid. Like, that's it. That is it.
100 to the bearded libertarian.
Which one?
Who is that?
Wait, who all here is libertarian? I mean, I am. All right. 3/5.
Yeah.
Who all here is in Florida?
Ma'am, cat. Extra.
3/5 are in Florida.
3 across the top.
Look
Three
at my
across
outfit.
the top in Florida.
I mean, of course I'm in Florida.
Yeah. You can tell by my tan lines.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you're a
Got the
transplant
redneck.
from Chicago, the west side.
Titan Shell's here. Welcome, Titan Shell. Dana, 500 to Eric for the shades. He's going to do a rendition of Stevie Wonder later. It's lovely.
Oh, maybe that's what. Look,
All
I
right,
should
so
look
I got
more
through those.
like I own. I'm going to look more like I have a podcast now. Is this better?
There you go.
It's easier on the eyes.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's much easier to look at.
If you could get the camera shot where it was from here to here and then cover the rest with the microphone,
That's
I think
actually
our ratings
great.
would go up.
That's good
fine.
right there.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
like KJP at the podium with Joe Biden.
It looks like the mic has pubes is really what it looks like.
It's got a dead cat on top of the mic. It's just a dead cat.
Yeah. So all right, back to the nonsense. So that's Terry Batts T76. If you want to be on the show, contact her as well. She's doing an awesome job, as you can see by these fine gentlemen below. I am free. I am your host, Freedom for Us for All, and the show is at Freedom Uncut. I did not post this week on the show one, but I was doing good up until that. I was averaging like 2 posts a month. So Mini Free is my pride and joy, who helps me with the show. You can follow him at Mini Free for Us. He made a little sneak appearance the other night on one of the lives. And we got our first show fan art, if you will. And this is from the great Zach, previously mentioned. Patriot
Sponsored by his spaces.
It's sponsored by his 11 o'clock space, his 12 o'clock space, his 1 o'clock space, but not the rest of them. It was just
You forgot his 12-17 space.
Yeah. And so thank you for that, Zach. Follow him at that handle. And if anyone were to win, Marcus seems to think he won, but that was like, all right, that must have been the alcohol talking. They would get the Ron Paul holding the Ron Paul trophy. We also have the home edition of the game, Are You Smarter Than a Politician? And also another fan thing tonight, Paradox Prophet, who does amazing artwork. I think he did like a 12-hour space where he's making these for people. He made me my own action figure, which I mean, I'm sure will fly off the shelves. Start getting it now before the Christmas rush. But I have my own action figure, so thank you, Paradox Prophet, for that. Faded Realities is the handle there. We have also How to Do Accents Like a Democrat, the Ron Paul and Murray Rothbard bobbleheads, the video game Grand Theft America Biden crime family, Swamp Ass Clone, that's Mike Johnson's signature scent, and the Ayn Rand Fountainhead teddy bear, and the Britney Spears Chia pet. And of course, the Killdozer, which Casey's building in public right in front of our eyes. So it's becoming a reality.
Big facts. So
the rules are, I am the government. Whatever I say goes. All scoring errors count. Life isn't fair. Suck it up, Buttercup. Nobody really cares. So rules are, you can debate each other. You can veto someone else's answer. In Trump style, you can tariff someone else's answer, taking the points from them. Or you can ask for a recount, which won't go well for you because Terry doesn't like those. And because we're inclusive, we have the Democrat option of redistributing someone else's answer. So if they're smart and they worked harder than you and you want their answer, you can redistribute it thanks to the government. And similar to government, you'll have to fill out a bunch of forms at the end. Oh my God, we have a background. Andy's got a background. We'll just hold on, Andy. Let me zoom in on that real quick. Oh, wrong button, I guess. So similar to the government, you'll have to fill out a bunch of forms at the end to see who won, or if you owe us money, or if you're going to jail. Scoring for the show is really interesting. The chat controls the score. So you can give or take up to 100 points from the contestants. And this is the Casey modification. He thinks I can't read, so I took out the commas. 100 is much easier to read on the fly than 1,000. So we've adjusted it to maximum 100 or take away 100. So see how the government works there? I just got lazy and made it easier. I raised taxes on it, Casey, really is what I did there.
Less points taken away from me, so I kind of win in that one.
There you go. And so we can nuke the scores. Any former contestant has the ability to nuke a score, taking it all the way back down to 0. They only get one chance, but it'll drop that contestant score all the way down to 0. All right, Andy can come back in. He changed his background. Did you learn your lesson there, Andy?
No, this is the wall that we're trying to build for Trump 2028. Just saying.
In the barrio where you live? That's nice.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's going to take a long time to build that wall.
Yeah.
I was playing around with these virtual backgrounds. Now I see why Terry likes them so much.
So everybody starts off with negative 500 points because, of course, the government gets paid first. And we start with the lightning round. And let me put you in the order that I was expecting you to be in. And all right. And Terry will be going back to the control room. She controls the chat and the scoring. So say hi to Terry. Help make this fun in the chat. Before we start the lightning round, see, I saw a few more people come in. 10,000 mini free. That must be American dollars because that's about what he cost a month.
Yep.
Dr. Belay, libertarian candidate for their presidential nomination and a friend of mine. Great guy. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Belay. 500 to everyone for capturing Dr. Belay's attention. I believe it was the scientific experiment of having Andy on yet again.
You have to show scientific's comment.
He's like the petri dish of contestants is really what he is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Liz is here. Welcome, Liz. Matthew, 250 to Eric for having a body mirror in the background. There's going to be a lot of comments. You got like a yard sale going on behind you. You're going to hear about it. 500 to Andy for having a sweet necklace. Hey, Andy left out the part that it was zoomed in on it. And now we're seeing the manicure. What is going on over there? You like?
I was listen, buddy. I was replying.
Is this like one of those like Indian sweatshops or something? Are you
Wait,
like?
You think just because
I'm
on your game show, my OnlyFans stops going? I don't think so.
Yeah. 500 to Casey for always wearing that sweet hat, and minus 1,000 from Casey Anthony for causing a rule modification. Yeah, but that's fair. So
I have to say, a lot of these rules were changed because of me. Unfortunately,
they were. You're a mouthy contestant. I don't know who keeps booking you.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a scheduling error. So, all right. Thanks, Terry. I'll put you in the back and we'll get to it. All right, lightning round. The rules are 1 sentence answer, score determined by performance for the entire round. And the twist is you will judge each other. So the topic is the economy. Casicles, is government spending the primary cause of inflation?
It's not just the primary cause; it is the cause of inflation, because of the way the infrastructure has put place since 1912. It is adding to all of this problem, and so yes, the answer to your question is yes.
That was like close to a sentence. That was pretty good, man. Andy, has government regulation done more to raise energy prices than lower them?
Well, all types of regulations are going to raise the cost of anything, right? Because anytime you start a business and the more regulations you have, the more you're going to have to be compliant to those regulations, which will cause any prices to rise. The issue with gas, though, is that you need to have some sort of regulation to have some sort of quality, or right, a good quality of glass. Because if you don't, then your car's going to be F, buddy.
So I love the tagline on your account right now. That's pretty good. But your microphone may be too erect at this point. So less the pubes view, like maybe shoot the middle between the two.
Again, just because I'm on your game show doesn't mean the OnlyFans slows down. Okay.
Just
so what is it you want me to do with this? I don't know anything about this
That's-
because I'm the only one that doesn't have a podcast.
I'm a game show
but I
host.
will have one.
Yeah, I'm a game
Andy,
show host.
If it lasts longer than 4 hours, you got to go see a doctor. So,
all right. So Eric,
Literally, I don't know how you guys stare at this thing all day long and not think that mine is phallic all of a sudden.
All right, Eric, to you. Is government involvement the main reason health insurance is unaffordable?
Yes, specifically the Affordable Care Act, which made it not affordable.
That's fair. I took on a piece of ice there, so I'm chewing a little bit here. All right.
Wait, can I
Casey,
answer that though? Wait, I'd like to. Can I debate that?
Sure.
Man, look, I'm
Hang
going
on
to
a
start
second.
off
So I
early,
will
and
remove Kate. I will remove Casey
Wait,
and I
not
from
this
the
one.
stage.
The one before.
Like from this show.
You want to debate yourself?
No, the question with Eric about healthcare, that the government, the healthcare thing.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the one we all thought you were talking about until you led us down the wrong road there.
Yeah, it didn't show up on my thing. Eric, I'm putting you into the lion's den at the beginning, so you get your feet wet.
All right. So what's going on here is we'll remove ourselves. Andy, you have 15 seconds to make your case. Eric will get 15 seconds to answer you. And then when I come back on, just shut up and we'll continue with the show. So, all right.
Who do you want me to go first? You want me to go first or you want to go first?
You can go ahead.
For God's sake, I literally just explained it to you.
I didn't hear, buddy. I didn't hear you. Okay. I don't pay attention to half the stuff.
First.
Okay. I will go first.
Okay.
Eric, the number one reason.
Do you mind going first?
Sure. And the number one reason higher than government regulation why health insurance is so important, is so high, is because of people suing and malpractice insurance. And that is the number one reason why health insurance is super duper high. If you were able to remove the people suing, which would require the insurance liabilities from it, the price of health insurance would go much further down. Just like they do it that's why, like in Costa Rica, the health insurance is so inexpensive. Like in my country, in Colombia, it's so inexpensive because people can't sue. So that is the main reason.
All right. I'll rebut that, saying in disagreement that it's definitely government regulation, not just Affordable Care Act, but laws like Certificate of Need laws, which lower supply increases demand and price goes up. And that happens with every new government regulation. Affordable Care Act was low-hanging fruit, but it was essentially just a bailout for insurance companies and forced, the mandates people to have insurance and essentially drove the price up. The way health insurance should work is it should cover emergencies and serious diseases that shouldn't cover everything. And then the price of healthcare would go down and create more competition if you deregulated. I think I'm over my 15 seconds.
How do you cover the people that are suing?
So I don't think
how do
you
you-
can. You
How do you
can't get
cover
rid of
like $100 million, $200 million lawsuit against a doctor or 50 million, whatever it is?
I mean, you can't get rid of tort law. People should still have the right. If medical malpractice is actually the number one killer of people in the United States, so I don't think getting rid of tort law is a good idea.
Sure,
then you would have a bunch of people running amok.
Sure, but I'll give you an example. So my cousin is an oncologist, and she pays for her practice. She pays $50,000 per month per like one of her she's in research oncology in liability insurance. So how do you remove that?
I don't know that.
Why would you think that the government regulation would be more expensive than that?
So
I don't know why this is messing up.
They tried warning you that it was all blurry.
I know, it's weird.
So I don't know that you can get rid of people suing for malpractice, but I don't think you should get rid of it either. But what you can do is deregulate. I guess you have a shortage of doctors.
But the cost of that's what I'm trying to tell you. You could deregulate medicine all you want, but you're still going to have the super high cost of insurance that the doctors have to pay for malpractice. So the ultimate, and that was my only thing, is like the reason that health insurance is so expensive in the United States, right? And you could go anywhere else on the planet that has very low health insurance with massive regulations by the government, because they all do. But the reason that the only difference in Colombia with the United States when it comes to the difference in health insurance regulations and health insurance is that you can't sue them.
The problem is, once again, the question was, is it government regulation? That's the number one factor. And I still agree that it is, but it's not just Affordable Care Act. It's certificate of need laws. It's states that are outlawing direct primary care. It's in other countries, like, for example, Singapore, their medicine is deregulated and the price of healthcare is going down in Singapore because there's less regulations, not more. So that's the original question.
And you also can't sue in Singapore.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can't sue.
I used to live in Hong Kong. I'll tell you, you can't. That's one of the things here. It's so easy to sue, and it has to do with, it's so easy to sue your car insurance companies, your home insurance companies, your health insurance companies. The sue for everybody society is the main reason that regular folks, right, have to pay additional money because all these insurances that you have to have covered, or that people have to cover before so they can serve you. That's my take. So I don't know who won. It doesn't matter, but stop suing people for everything.
What'd you think, Casey?
Andy's wrong.
You just think and now you have sunglasses on, right? Now you're part of the sunglass crew.
There you go.
Whatever.
He just grew a beard too. Maybe he's trying to emulate all of us.
Don't worry, I'll get sunglasses somehow.
I was leaning towards Eric too, but this is a pretty good endorsement right here. 2,000 from Dr. Belay. So
of course, this is shots fired, but he is supported by the medical industrial complex, right, Dr. Charles? That's a dig there.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Love you, Bailey.
He has to pay the insurance. The thing is that people don't realize that the doctors don't talk about their insurances that they have to pay, because everybody's like, oh, you're a doctor, you're so rich, and blah blah blah. You're charging us so much money, and then you're like, well, look at my expenses every month, right?
Yeah,
there's that.
500 Eric for knowing what direct primary care is. 1,000 to Andy, 1,000 for knowing the difference. Minus 300 for wearing sunglasses. Can't see your pupils. Maybe he doesn't have pupils. Maybe you're being a little presumptuous. Minus 100 to Eric for loving the government.
What?
You see,
That I think that went to the wrong person.
I think you described that correctly.
The
best libertarian candidate that's been, and he's like, you just got accused of loving the government.
Yeah, that's our show for you right there. What did they do 100 years ago? Yes, 1,000 to Andy for knowing the numbers on liability insurance from Cat. 500 to Eric for wearing sunglasses. I think I already did that one. 1,000 for knowing tort law from Cat. 500 to Andy for getting a lot of sun. Zach's just really just taking you all in. Just
he just doesn't want.
letting
really
you guys just bathe
co-host.
over him really at this point.
He wants me to co-host.
Anyone feel like Andy just gave a Kamala answer? I don't know who that's from. I don't recognize that handle.
Christ.
Minus 100 to Andy for every explanation he has to receive. Yeah, that he's gonna lose a lot of points. He's in the left lane with his blinker on half the time on the show.
Not next
Minus
week.
500 to Eric. It wasn't the Affordable Care Act. 100 to Eric for being against bills written by insurance companies that don't share their CEO's cocaine.
Fact.
1,000 to Eric for Affordable Care Act. 250 to Eric. 500 to Andy for being a good sport. 100 to Andy's OnlyFans account. Joe's your only subscriber, apparently.
You get a shirt.
A yellow one. Is that what
Plus
he gets?
1,000 to Andy for experience.
That's also from
100 to KC for knowing what causes inflation. Plus 1,000 to Andy because he's always funny. He's not trying to be funny, though. That's the best part.
No.
These are serious answers.
Yep.
500 to Eric for cracking his second beer.
I'm already on the third.
So Eric lost points for the shades, but Casey gets points for the shades. So there's but also lost points for the shades for Kelson Cleese.
It's not nice, Sherry.
1,000 to Andy for having or for deer antlers in the background.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are actually
I
his
have a lot
toenail
more.
clippings.
I was just gonna say those are not deer antlers.
Yeah. All right. So back to it. Now we're all out of order again. Kelsicles. Should government agencies be banned from contacting media companies about content?
Unless it was breaking a law, they should not be in contact with media about any of the content or trying to restrict any content that is being published. So should they be banned? Absolutely.
Why is everybody wearing sunglasses? This is probably the least controversial thing I've ever done in my entire life. And everybody, we look like we're like the bad guys on the Jerry Springer show or something.
It actually just has the answers on the inside of my glasses, so that's what I'm reading off.
Oh, you
I
got
do it to break up my CIA handler's facial recognition software.
Those are influenceable sunglasses he's got to promote later.
I was gonna say Casey's got the MySpace wearable sunglasses.
It's a TikTok shop he's bringing over here.
Yeah. All right, Andy,
Yeah.
to you. Should a photo ID be mandatory to vote in federal elections?
Absolutely. IDs should be mandatory to vote in all elections. If I have to show an ID to buy a gun, then I should definitely show an ID to go vote.
Smart glasses. It's funny that I couldn't think of the word smart. Yeah, it's smart glasses. Yep, that was
It's hard.
minus 500 Andy for not wearing sunglasses. That was
Well, I'm
Zach's
not
turn on you.
co-hosting.
Zach's turned on you. Oh, Lisa Blaze
was
here.
quick.
Welcome, Lisa. Like the Jerry Springer. Thank you. And all right. To you, Eric. Should whistleblowers be protected even if they expose classified wrongdoing?
Yes, they should. They should also, and if they're actual whistleblower, they go through the right channels to do so. So, but they should be protected. Yes,
Love the shirt too, by the way.
appreciate it. Still fits
200 to
after
Andy for
10 years.
abso-freaking-lutely. Where if he gets 200 every time for that, that'll counteract when we have to tell him directions all the time. So that might even it out there for you. Minus 100 to Kia C for watching Looney Tunes on his smart glasses.
Why do you got to talk about the game show like that, Scientific? I thought you were a fan.
It is kind of loony. 100 to Andy for inserting influenceable.
Thank you, Sherry, and influenceable.
All right. Casey, to you, immigration. Should the military be deployed to secure the U.S. border?
In times of crisis, absolutely. And what we're experiencing right now is times of that. And so using the military or even just the National Guard in protecting our border is required. And so, yes.
Got 200 from Kat to Eric for whistleblower protections. And Andy, to you, should foreign students educated in the U.S. be offered automatic green cards?
No, absolutely not. Okay, just because you should, and you should have a visa, okay, but you shouldn't have a green card or even a path to citizenship, to believe it or not, because you come here, get educated, and then move on. But like, you have to want to move to the United States to be in the United States, and you should want to be here for an extended and build something. So the people that just come here and get an education are not they should have to go through the same thing of proving that they want to be here.
If I wanted to tariff Andy on that, do I have to disagree with him, or can I agree with him? It's still his points.
So little insight into the show. Like, we really haven't defined what any of these rules mean. So
all right,
you can really do whatever you want. And
well, can I add on to that a thought
Absolutely.
I just had, and then
Yes.
maybe I can get some points. I have a problem with universities, private or public, getting taxpayer dollars, which they all do, and then giving away scholarships to foreigners instead of giving scholarships to Americans. So I don't think that scholarships to foreigners, unless they're like elite, but they still shouldn't come from taxpayer funded universities or schools.
I don't even understand how Harvard, like I said that, I did a post the other day. I'm like, literally, Harvard is on welfare. Like, why the hell is one of the most prestigious schools in the entire world, quote unquote, on welfare? Like, aren't you teaching people not to be on welfare? Weird. So I don't think.
Yeah, no.
I don't think any of those. I don't think any of those
endowments.
That's
That's the term. I couldn't remember. Like colleges. These colleges universities have endowments worth billions of dollars. Why are they still being bailed out with taxpayer money? Sell some land. You know what I mean? If you're in debt.
If you can't afford it, like if you can't afford to have students like pay for your operating expenses, then you're doing your business incorrect.
Yeah, I mean, Harvard's got about a $50 billion endowment, according to Wikipedia. And so for them to be on government welfare, it just makes no sense. There was somebody just did an interesting story about how Yale getting all this money drives all the businesses out of the town because like their cafeteria can operate at like no cost because they don't pay taxes, and then they get all this extra money. And so they can sell a pizza for half of what the pizza place down the street can. It's just a bizarre way of running a local economy.
Plus it adds like the cost of the commercial property around that university gets increased because of the student population. So you have to add that factor into. And
then property taxes go up, so the government's happy about it because they get more off the dole.
Yeah, the one thing I would push back on is I don't know how many foreign students are receiving scholarships. The way that I think it works, and my son didn't get into University of Illinois, my middle son, but they have the highest Chinese population of any school in the world outside of China at 15,000 Chinese students. But what they do is they charge them full out-of-state tuition and, use that to fund their DEI programs and all the nonsense they're doing there. And then they don't take Illinois students, even though it's the best state school where everybody wants to go. And, so it's like I said, it's just a bizarre economy to be running and be calling it education. All right. That was good. Thank you, Eric.
Did somebody give Eric points? I hope so. He tried really hard.
Oh, I should look at that real quick. 500 Eric for looking like Eric Church. That's
there you go.
500 to Andy for education. He needs it. Yeah, that's good. So there'll be a little starter for your 529 program so you can get educated.
Hopefully I'll get my green card.
Minus 100 to Andy for wearing an earpiece.
It's my earbud. I don't have a podcast.
I love that you were muted when you did that. That made my night. This seems like deja vu all over again. 500 to Eric for looking like Eric Church. 500 for intelligent people only coming here. Excellent.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm intelligent.
I'll show myself out. I'm just the host.
She was talking about the students.
Okay.
Oh, we got
not us.
All the Harvard students that are mad and they're logging off like, I hate this show.
Yeah. Horrible.
We got a chick fight going on in the comments here. Minus 100 to Dana for that you do not look like Eric Church.
Well, I don't even know what he looks like, but I'm sure I've heard his music before.
Did my MS gang
scholarships.
member thing actually help get any Democrats in here?
I don't know.
I try to bait them.
Are you an asylum seeker?
We should
Yeah.
have
No,
told
I try to bait them with MS-13 gang signs to try to come into this thing so that they would support the show, but apparently it didn't work.
we should have told them that you were an illegal. They like that.
Mm-hmm.
$1 million to Eric on disagreeing with scholarships to foreigners on the taxpayer dime. Kat says 500 to Eric for restricting taxpayer money to foreigners. 500 to Andy for saying Harvard is on welfare. 500 to Andy for Harvard. 500 to Casey for taking off the sunglasses. Yeah, I'm in favor of that one. Minus 200 to Mike. I just wanted to make sure he got into the ball game tonight, and I couldn't. Or I wanted whatever it says. I don't know. 500 to Andy for calling Harvard's welfare mama status. What's up, Jim Bob? Brandon's here. 1,000 to Free for filling the dead time between bands. Yeah, thank you. 300 to Andy for forgetting his chainmail. 100 minus 100 to Free for only criticizing me when I have my shirt buttoned higher than Andy. Well, but you shop in the girls section. That's really my joke with that. You know our friend Eric. You know our friend David Mosgrip, right?
Yeah, he's out of Florida too, right?
Yep. Another one of our Florida boys. Good guy, multi-time contestant on here.
Owns Zero Furniture.
He's a really smart guy.
All right, Eric. Should local police be required to cooperate with ICE?
No, and they shouldn't be required to cooperate. Sorry, it's beer number 3. Cooperate.
Here
with
we go.
any-
Here we go. Strap
with
it in.
any federal agency. Yeah, so that goes for like ATF, all the other ones, DEA, all the 3-letter agencies. They should not.
What is it? It's like 38 3-letter agencies at this point.
They're
Seems
going to lose
excessive.
one.
Land of the free, though. All right, enter scores. So,
I was so close to debating you, Eric, but I thought Casey was going to do it.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Enter scores.
is that all right? Can we continue with the show, Andy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Would you like to do your dramatic disappointment? Maybe we could go solo jam on that.
There you go. Listen, I try not to do that. I've been working out.
Have you been?
No, absolutely not. But I've been floating in a pool like a manatee.
That's what I was expecting.
Andy's workouts consist of not drowning on a inflatable tube.
I use the stairs in the pool instead of the beach area. That's the workout.
After this beer, I'm gonna have to switch to LaCroix.
There we go.
Early. Jeez.
All
We're not
right,
even to the wounds yet.
So Casey, you can give or take 1,000 points from your fellow competitors for their performance in this round, but you only can pick one.
The one with glasses.
I'm going to be re-explaining this in a minute to Andy, aren't I?
Yep. 100%. I'm going to take 1,000 from Andy just because.
You know I'm in the lead. That's why.
Oh, we didn't even check the scores. We should check the scores. We've got Eric in the lead with 3,000 points.
I think that's because they just took my 1,000 away, right?
No.
Terry?
I took the glasses off.
We've got Andy with 2531, Casey with 1600, and Mike pulling up the rear with negative 33,471. Eric, I don't know if you know the inside joke here, but Mike bailed on us on episode 1, and we've been taking points every show since then. So he's lost quite a few points at this part.
He's doing pretty good.
The season.
Which Mike is that?
Mike Decentralized.
Okay.
The great Mike Decentralized of Township Liberation. Follow him at both of those. I should probably, if I'm going to give him shit the whole show, I should probably put his handle on at some point. Or I could just be mean.
At least plug him once.
We'll celebrate negative 100,000 with that.
Yeah,
we'll put
that's it. We'll do a handle reveal at negative 100,000 in honor of Green Man. All right.
So, do I get to steal points now, or is it just?
Yeah, go for it. 1,000. I'm
going to steal them from Andy.
One competitor. What's
from
that?
Andy. From Andy.
1,000 from Andy. All right. And Andy, to you. Both of them picked on you. Who would you like to pick on while you're muted?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I got a text message. I didn't want you guys to hear my ringtone.
You're muted again.
We can't hear you again.
You keep hitting the button.
You know, what can I do? I could take away points or I could give points, right? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I literally just said I was going to be re-explaining this. 1,000 points from or to one of your competitors.
From my points? Is that how it works?
I'm just going to mute him again. I can't handle it.
They're like Federal Reserve points. They just are printed out of thin air.
I'm giving you both 1,000 points from Andy because he's difficult. So Andy,
that's what I was going to do anyway. I kid you not, because I didn't know if they were coming out of my points or your points, because I want them both to be on my welfare.
Have you seen the show or been on it a few times?
I have, buddy, but I don't really pay attention. I'm trying to do the mean thing, and
this is very.
I'm more like the eye candy.
I'm still buying soda with your money, anyways. So
yeah, there you go. The snap one's influenceable.
All right. Well, this was unnecessarily painful. So what do we got here? We got 1,000 to Andy for being Kaz's uncle. Yeah, that's fair, Uncle Andy. 1,000 to Andy for being a good sport, knowing his stuff. 1,000 to Kia C or minus 100 to Kia C for being poor. 500 Andy for being my co-host while floating in his pool. I think you should do it. I really do. I think you should do it. 100 to Andy for not drowning. That's a good point, Sherry. 500 to Eric for taking off his sunglasses. I guess I was a little late on that. Oh, Lisa's playing now. Lisa's 500 for each beer. That's a lot. And 500 Andy for being the only one in a collared shirt. Yeah, thanks for dressing up, man. Minus 100 to Andy for baiting off Democrats.
I think you meant the
baiting
other
off
beating
or
B word.
beating?
Yeah.
Beating off.
Yeah,
that's what it said. I read that one correctly. 100 to Andy for prioritizing his OnlyFans text chat. Andy's definitely taking advantage of his medicinal card in Florida. Yeah, that seems about right.
I don't blame him.
Andy for not understanding after being on the show multiple times, buddy. Good call, Sherry. Good call. Keeping it real, as we like to say there. All right.
Daylight savings times last time I was on the show.
I don't even know what to do with that. I'll skip that. All right. Casey, to you. Environment and energy policy. Should the U.S. double down on fossil fuel production immediately?
I think so. I know this goes into a little bit of Trump's plan with drill, baby, drill, but I think we should right now and then focus on figuring out how we roll out nuclear power throughout the country. But initially what we have is oil, and so we need to be drilling as much as we can.
And let's see where. Minus 100 to Andy for being unnecessarily painful. Yep. And Casey's new nickname's taking off. We like it. Kia C. What had happened
Scientific should see my OnlyFans account. It's very painful.
Sherry's killing me. 500 Casey for drinking a beer. Natural gas from Charles Belay. Nuclear, as Bush used to say. Nuclear. 1,000 to Kelsey for drill now. Minus 100 to Andy for not sharing the ADHD with the rest of the class. Oh, he's sharing. He's sharing. He's ground zero.
I'm turning into Zach.
500 to Kia C.
There we go.
Apparently, Chris is saying something funny up there, Terry, if you see it. We have the chat's all a mess. All right. Andy, are you still playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're supposed to read me a question. I'll answer it. I got it.
All right.
I have notes here.
Thank you. We really, I think you're the person that I've met that most needs a handler. Don't you think that's about right?
Big facts.
Stop trying to Britney Spears me, buddy.
Okay. Somebody get David's wife on here. I want to know if we can get a conservatorship for Andy. Can we do that like live on the air?
That would be very painful.
All right, Andy, should industrial polluters face criminal charges?
Should industrial polluters? What does that mean? Industrial polluters? Like companies that pollute?
Which word was hard?
The companies that pollute?
Yeah.
Huh. I guess they already get fined, right? But the fines are so low, so they just keep doing it because it's cheaper to throw crap away than to fine them. The people that wrote the policies to just disregard pollution should be oh man, that's a hard one, buddy. I'm not gonna lie, because if they start arresting you for not paying fines like that, then it'll spread to other crap. You know what I mean?
The answer is no.
So no. No. Thanks, Casey. I don't know why my camera's so dirty. I got to tell some of these girls to slow down.
I do.
It's the pollution.
I have theories.
Yeah, let me go see if I get a thing. Hold on.
I have theories.
They're all correct.
Yeah. 1,000 to Andy for being the smartest person in the room. Mike Wilson in the house, former contestant last week. He's completely incorrect about that, but 500 to Eric. Yet again, civil disobedience rules. Welcome, Chris. Did you just get here? Ha ha. Get it. 1,000 to Andy for Eric being the youngster. Oh, we lost Andy. He's taking his phone through a car wash. Yeah, we can hear you great. Yeah.
Did you find
You're testing the mic? It's working great.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep. That was the smartest thing you said all night right there.
Buddy, I was hoping you read lips. Is this pretty good? Is that better?
It's, well, a little worse.
I don't know, buddy. I can't help you.
Yeah. Turn off the fog machine.
It's the stripper set with the rotating bed. That's the problem.
I shouldn't have done that thing with the butter.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask.
Yeah,
I'm not going to ask.
Carnivore diet, buddy.
So, all right. Andy didn't answer the last question. So to Eric, should
Good answer.
restrictions
No.
on mining on federal lands be eased?
Yes, and I think the federal lands should start being sold off, and if it's got good minerals, be sold off to mining companies, which will pay top dollar and pay down our national debt, or they'll blow it on war.
We're selling it off. We're just selling it to China. It's okay.
Yeah.
Lisa says depends on the severity of the pollution, the intent behind it, and the existing legal framework. Stricter enforcement and accountability measures are necessary to protect the environment and public health.
Has Lisa been on the show? Because she's smarter than everyone here.
Wait,
Yeah, I totally
she's
agree
way
with
smarter than me. Her husband is too.
500
to Eric for his mining stance. Minus 500 to Eric for trying to sneak in 2 answers to 1 question. What's up, Killer?
Damn, Eric got busted.
David nuked Andy like 6 hours ago, fix his score. Well, we weren't even actually on 6 hours ago. It just seems that way at this point.
David is identifying as Chris for this round.
I think what he's confused about is Andy has been asking for explanations for 6 hours, but all right. So
no, he nuked.
You got
nuked. Yeah, he nuked me, and Chris nuked me like in 27 minutes. I think it is. I got the countdown.
No, it was an hour 24 or something, wasn't it? 1,000 to Eric for pointing out the fact that the federal government should not own land. And 500 to Andy for having a vibrating bed. Yep.
Jelly.
Is it true you're the only guy in Florida that still has a water bed? Is that a rumor I
freaking
started?
wish. Every time I go to an estate sale, I look for them. I kid you not. I'm
Yeah.
definitely putting one in the guest room.
I mean, if anybody needs a used water bed, it would be you.
Buddy, I mean, how great would it be? That's like you remember that sound it used to make? It's like blah, 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 blah. I know. Everybody remembers what that thing sounded like.
Oh, Casey got 500 for his awesome laugh from Dean.
I need it for the elk room.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going 100 to Andy for reading at a 4th grade level. Yeah.
Thanks, Teach. Couldn't have done it without him.
Hold on, we got one more. 100 to Andy for turning off his video. Yeah, that was the highlight of the night so far.
Big facts.
1,000 to Andy for wanting his housekeeper to clean his camera.
She's not here.
500 for no to Casey. Andy, my wife is going to the Philippines without me next week. 1,000 minus 1,000 to me.
Come on.
1,000 to Andy for asking for definition of.
Thanks, love.
Burn T like just keeps it real. I don't think Cassie is drinking a beer. Minus 223.
Hey, Burn and T, that logo behind you looks freaking amazing, by the way.
That's
Just
really
in that
good.
way.
He's got a lot of fans, so he crowdsourced that. I believe I came in 9th was where I finished in that.
Oh, yeah.
Ninth?
Yeah.
You think
yeah.
9th?
9th. Yeah. I think it was 8 entries and I was 9th.
Mine was
And yeah, this is the biggest compliment of the night. 1,000 to Andy for saying he's turning into me.
I'm just gonna start interrupting for every 2 seconds. Zach's like a mix between David and I don't know who else. Yeah. Yeah.
Could
But
you just
disregarding things? I love them.
Could you just like be muted when you do the answer and then unmuted while you're reading your feed to us?
Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe this person unfollowed me. Sorry, guys. What?
Yeah, it's a great background.
Wait, how many followers do you have, Andy?
500 Andy for if he says hello to my little friend. 400 for thinking the algorithm works. 500 Andy for looking like Tony Montoya.
Works is a very interesting
Montana.
word.
Montana. Scientific. What grade level is free reading at, buddy? If I'm at 4th.
Well, isn't it Tony Montoya? Isn't that the name?
Montana, he said.
Montana.
Oh, he said Montana, but I don't actually read the whole comments. I kind of guess at what the rest of them say.
Speed
I
reader.
go really fast. 100 to
He was
Eric
speed
for
reader.
for frequently sounding like Rob Vincent for a few seconds with his voice.
I don't know what I said, but I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's a good name drop there. All right. 100 to Andy for liking the logo. That was pandering.
Thanks, buddy.
Right there.
Point farming.
All right. Kelsicles, government power and accountability. Should state governors be allowed to nullify federal executive orders?
Absolutely. The governors make the decisions of their land and they will be able to control those scenarios. And that is what I advocate for, is we take back our states before we worry about the federal government. So yes.
See how I teed up an
I
executive
approve.
order question for you there, Casey?
I approve of that answer.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Freaking executive orders.
interesting twist. Lisa says yes. Kilburn says not if they're Democrats, though. Interesting.
Yeah.
500 to Casey, absolutely on states' rights. All right. Andy, to you. Should Supreme
man.
Court justices have term limits?
Yes. Every single part of the government should have a term limit. And I think you should also be able to vote them out. But that's just me. So yes, absolutely.
All right. Eric, to you. Should politicians be banned from becoming lobbyists after leaving office?
Yes, it's at least for 10 years because there's so many decisions that could be made. So, yeah.
What if they stay in office until they're 1,000 years old, like a lot of them do?
Well, if they're Ron Paul, that's cool. Anyone else, no.
Best answer of the night right there.
I agree with you, but yes.
All right. Kelsey Cleves, foreign policy and defense. Should military spending be cut in half immediately?
Yes. Absolutely. We're $38 trillion in debt. We can't afford anything. And the only thing we do with the military industrial complex is pay somebody's bonus check for the year. So cut it right now.
All right. Andy, should the U.S. publicly declare a no first use nuclear policy?
What is? I don't even know what that is. But why do you have to give me these questions that have these weird freaking terms that I have no idea about? Make me look stupid on here for my OnlyFans subscribers. Listen, what is a no first use nuclear policy?
So, oh Jesus Christ! David just texted me and it says, "I'm texting you during the show just to annoy you." That's literally what it said.
He told you he's a mix of Zach and. Go ahead.
All right, I deserve it. I give him a lot of crap. All right,
I don't know what is
nuclear are weapons.
Yeah,
come on, already understood that part.
We've already used them.
No, but should we declare that we're not going to be the aggressor in a nuclear situation, that we will only react to someone else being the aggressor?
No, absolutely not. Why would you take that off the table? You don't want to take anything off the table.
I'll give you one term: weapons of mass destruction. That is
what about it? What does that mean?
The lie we were told under Bush for how many years? Oh,
I thought this was about using nuclear weapons if something. But I'm so lost with this question. There should be a pass new question button.
There's I vaguely remember a story about like Soviet submarine that couldn't get in contact with like home country. It might have been a United States submarine, or it might have been both submarines at the same time. Couldn't get in contact with home station, and they thought like, "Oh my God, this could have been a movie." Shit, I don't know.
I was gonna say, is this like, Hunt for Red October?
Everyone, maybe it is. Everyone could have been new who hits the button, but I'm pretty sure it's based on an actual thing. And thankfully, like no one hit the button until they got communication with someone and realized, oh, just a communication error. You know what I mean?
Well, but don't you remember
there was? That sound like Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, but like during Clinton's era, he lost the nuclear football for like weeks, and he didn't want to tell anybody. You don't remember that situation?
Nah, I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, was that when he was getting blowy by Monica? He forgot.
Was she holding the football for?
No, I don't know. Like I kid you not. He lost it. It was like weeks he lost it, and then they had to redo all the codes and all the other stuff and all the other.
Yeah, the codes were just 1, 2, 3. Our presidents are incompetent. They can't remember.
Probably a cigar.
They found it like 6 years later at a no-tell motel. I don't know how I left that over that no-tell motel. All right.
Monica's gyno found him.
1,000 to Andy for getting all the hard questions. In Andy's defense, we had somebody smarter planned for that slot, and he's filling in last minute. So
now I understand what's happening.
I was defending you.
Change the orders around. I'm like, what is this kind of?
I thought Hunt for Red October. Sorry to go back to that, but didn't they steal a submarine or something?
We got movie trivia going on here. We've got not listening here, and Casey's doing Casey. So we got I don't know what's going on. All right,
Casey was on the phone ordering pizza earlier, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
something like that. 500
to Eric for not having an answer to the question this round. 300, everyone agrees with Andy. 1,000 to Andy for his term limit response. Minus 500 to Eric for the military decrease.
Was to me because I said
that should have went to Casey.
Yeah, you spelled that's the worst spelling of Casey so far. You needed like 18 more vowels.
19.
Minus 1,000 to Eric for not saying lobbyists should be banned. 1,000 to Eric banned from lobby. 500 to Eric banning politicians from being lobbyists. 200 to everyone for wearing enough adult diapers to not get up during the entire show. Yeah, that's actually probably truer than we'd like to think. 600 to Andy on term limits. 500 to everyone for going to the after space. Oh my God, Zach started 3 different spaces.
Now that's
in here. So
I have to give him
alerts.
That's good marketing, buddy.
That is really good.
I'm proud of you.
1,000 Andy for liking the
Thanks,
logo. I
buddy.
already did that one. And 500 to Kelstacles.
Do the negative 100 for Andy for not realizing that you don't exactly in that one. No, he didn't tell the people. I'm saying that he didn't tell his people that for like 6 weeks. It wasn't the population of America. That's how crazy that guy was.
He probably told all sorts of chicks, though.
Yeah, then they Monica
You'll never
Lewinsky's
believe this.
No, Monica Lewinsky's gynecologist actually found the new protocol.
It was still inflated.
They all thought it was a cigar. It turns out it was the nuclear football.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, that's good, buddy.
Yeah,
That
I didn't know I
brought back a lot
could
of
do that.
memory.
That's actually that was just completely random. All right.
Hillary.
Andy didn't understand this question, so we'll move on to the next question. Eric, should covert regime change abroad be banned entirely?
Yes. I don't know that I need an entire sentence to explain why, but everything we've done abroad has backfired on us. So we should definitely cut it out.
Andy, if we would have changed the order, could you have answered this one?
He's eating.
You want me to what?
No.
Oh,
I think
too
we
nice.
got our,
No.
I think we
Should
got our answer.
Should covert regime change abroad be banned entirely? What you sound like one of the bots on X trying to tell me how nice I am. Should
Did you pronounce that regime? Is that how you pronounce
regime
that?
change abroad be banned?
It's not.
I
It's
don't- I
not an
can't even
Italian
understand.
dish.
Somebody, you got to put like a thesaurus up here or something for some of these questions. I don't know what that means.
All right. That's a good call.
Maybe this is the line you draw where the words that politicians use to confuse Americans.
Yeah, no, this is definitely like Elon Musk.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should have the guy from Blue's Clues read Andy's clues.
Should covert regime change abroad be banned entirely?
I'm gonna fax this to you, Andy, and you can noodle on it.
You could have said, should the CIA stop changing governments abroad?
Yeah, because it means the same thing. Is that what you're going for there?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of the same.
Okay.
Well,
Eric didn't even need a whole answer. You needed a whole half hour to read the question. So I hope that's noted in the score there. All right.
It is.
All right. Enter scores.
Oh, here we
I
go.
think we know how this goes.
I got nuked. I get it.
Let's add it to the stage here. Where are we at?
Damn, just like that, Casey.
Yeah,
takes the
here we
freaking
go.
lead.
Kelsacles at 50-77, 77 points in front of Eric and an even 5,000. And Andy, while not paying attention and on OnlyFans, has sunk to 34-31. Mike pulling up the rear, negative 33,000. Eric, how do you think it's going so far?
I think it's going good. I mean, I'm 4 beers deep and I'm having a good time.
There we go.
There we go.
Have you understood a word that Andy said? Because I don't drink, so I just am wondering if that helps at all.
Yeah, I've understood a word that Andy has said.
Thank you.
Okay.
But he's got a lot of
One or
questions. He has asked for defining statements, which I think is good for the audience. Make sure they know what's going on here.
Absolutely.
That is
I
good.
totally agree.
In case there's any like homeless people in the audience watching on like an AM radio, they can get some clarification there.
No, it's like when I first started hanging out with Free, he's like, "You're an agroist status." I don't know. He called me a whole bunch of labels. I'm like, "What is this crap, dude? I don't
Eric,
even know what these words
I called
mean."
him a statist, and he has been mispronouncing it ever since as a static or something. I don't know what he keeps saying.
Yeah, I'm like,
Statistician.
He's a
nobody
static
knows what
Kling.
these words mean. I told
His
him.
political
I told Mike,
ideology is he's a static Klingon.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know what these words mean, buddy. I think the branding needs a little change.
Yeah, not my word. 400 to Eric for looking like a Duck Dynasty brother. There we go. 1,000 for the last 4 beers. Lisa's keeping track.
Lisa's the smartest one.
It's always the perfect lawyer response. Define and then answer a question with an O. Question here.
You're all getting sued.
That was the rest of it there. And Eric's in a country video. Yep. Ineffective nuclear strike, David. 500 to Eric for saying he didn't need an entire sentence, and then immediately gave an entire sentence. 1,000 to Andy for the CIA should stay out
Thanks,
of
Pat.
it. Oh, Chris is here. What's up? 1,000 to free for the excellent Clinton impression. Yeah, I picked that up also at a hotel.
Yeah, Monica's in the chat already, buddy. That was
yeah.
so good.
Oh, I was going to say, which Clinton?
Zach's counting the beers too. He's got 6 on his scorecard.
You better follow him, Eric. If not, you're going to hear about it.
Oh my God, Eric! Please do it just for our sake.
Don't do it.
What's at?
It's I don't know. It's spam bot space horror something. I forget. It's
Patriot Z. I don't even know what his thing is, but
yeah.
it's Patriot.
He looks like a bot, and the spaces are excellent though.
Is it U.S. Patriot?
No, it's
Patriot
Z something.
612.
Go ahead, Z. Put your at on here.
Yeah, he's
I
posting
found
a
him.
space. You might not hear us.
Got it. Follow back. There you go.
Oh,
It's
you
basically the QVC of
Done.
spaces. Whatever time it's on. There you go.
Now block him. Block him.
Immediately.
No, immediately mute it.
1,000 points if I block them. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So let's jump to blank the government. And all right. So Andy, try to pay attention because this is the part we call the instructions. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Rules are, and this,
Oh my God, he put emojis in these things. Okay, go ahead.
My assistant went crazy with this. So I'll read a bold statement with a blank at the end. Contestant 1, seen here in yellow, fills in the blank first. Contestant 2, also seen here in yellow, gives a stronger answer to show up the competition or says next to get the next question. Audience votes for the best response. Andy, what do you think? 50% of that you understood?
I took a photo of it so I can pull it back up.
Jesus. You would.
God.
You would. I agree, Vernon. I agree.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. So, Kelsicles, to you. The fastest way to balance the budget is to immediately what?
Fire Congress.
Good answer. Andy.
I was checking my notes. Go ahead.
What? What is the
Sorry,
rules?
my girlfriend came in here and asked if she wanted me to turn the pool pump off. Okay, go ahead. I'll read a bold statement with a blanket saying contestant fill in the blank. Yeah, okay, go. Gives a stronger answer to show up your. Go ahead, buddy. I got it now. Squirm cam. Listen, I'm an MS-69 gang member, okay, buddy? You don't want me messing with me. Okay.
So,
The fastest way to balance the budget is to immediately.
let me
next.
just hold on. Time out. I'm going to call a timeout here. We're going to go back one slide. Here's the instructions. You
No, I
can
got 'em.
either
I
give
have
a
them.
stronger answer or you can say next. Well, I mean, I don't know if we need to translate it or something. I don't know what the problem was, but
No, the problem is that I had algae in the pool today, and so I have dealing with that, and then I had to leave the pool pump on, but I had to go turn the jacuzzi one on. Like, it's just a mess, buddy. And then it happened to be in the middle of all this. Okay,
All that's
So-
not going to fit in that blank.
yeah, I know.
so the fastest way to balance the budget is to immediately cut spending.
Okay. Eric,
Next
improve or
question.
pass?
Next question.
All right. Executive orders should be limited to emergencies lasting no longer than
Executive
4
orders. I would say 30 days. No, that might be too long. 2 weeks.
Casey.
We were always told by the Viagra commercials if it lasted longer than 4 hours, just go see your doctor. So we're going with 4 hours.
Not true. You could push it to 6. Number 2, executive orders should be limited to emergencies lasting no longer than 4 years than presidential
What,
terms.
4 years? Sheesh.
Yeah, presidential term. That's exactly what executive order it lasts right now.
Man, executive
wants
orders
to-
should be unconstitutional, but
Facts. Big facts.
They would if you had a they should be unconstitutional if you have a Congress and a Senate that has an over 50% approval rating.
well, I'll bow out with this one because Casey had the better answer, the Viagra, because the United States government is the biggest dick.
That is a launch party that I wish I would have went to. Is that Viagra launch party for all the crap that you guys make fun of Pfizer? But that party must have been lit.
I would think
Why are you
Congress
Andy
was more
squared?
limp than anything, though. I think it's a bad
Yeah.
comparison just for that reason.
Yeah.
Limp wristed. No, I'm just kidding.
Cat didn't like it. -1,000 to Casey for that.
I liked it longer.
Minus 500 to Eric for 2 weeks. 1,000 to Andy for balancing the budget.
Thank you very much, Kat.
100 to Andy for delaying long enough to think of a good answer.
Still got me.
That's called strategery right there.
He still couldn't
100
even Google it in time.
100 to Andy for not giving a crap and turning the pool pump off. 1,000 to Andy for missing the question.
That was
In his
Andy's
defense,
points.
In his defense, he missed the question
Buddy,
and
I've
the
been
instructions.
I'm getting nuked twice. So this is what you call
And he took a picture of
Nagasaki
the instructions.
point
no,
gathering.
no one's hit the nuke button yet. So
No, what do you
I don't
mean?
know what you're talking
Chris
about.
hit it. Chris hit it before the show started, and then David, the interrupter, as I call him, already nuked me.
Chris's is 9 minutes away if my clock is right. 100 to Andy for showing his phone and letting me have his bank
Eric.
info. I am that Nigerian prince you're afraid of.
That says Eric. It's 4 letters too, but I know that they're a little bit different looking. It's Eric.
100 to Kelsey for fire Congress.
That just said
See,
Casey.
at least
1,000
they get
Andy for
iron.
taking a photo of the instruction. A
Look it up.
game so
Why?
a made up game show so hard he had to take a picture of his screen like my mom would.
Well,
Right.
And I'm going to print it out.
And he gets points for this thing. Like we
Buddy,
want to know why we get
sympathy.
Alzheimer's patients as presidents. This is how.
Buddy, I swam in a pool full of algae today, okay? I don't need to hear this.
It's no different than the way Kamala would answer. Like
And you're
Oh
Andy
my
squared up there. Look.
Oh my God.
you
Yeah.
mean right here?
Yeah.
Scientific says 100 to Andy for preemptively not understanding the rules.
This game show's in beta, okay? I was just trying to test everything out, make sure everything's fine.
You really are the crash test dummy of the show. So thank you for that.
Very welcome.
Minus
Not only
500 to
I,
me
Andy.
for getting a phone call from Patty's girlfriend. I don't know what's going on with that.
Wait, what?
100 to Andy just because I know he's not going to get any
1,000.
points from the next phase.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't know what a meme is, so you gotta give him the points now.
100 to
Dude.
Andy for being a good sport about me mining him.
Oh, buddy,
Whoa,
stop bringing up our,
whoa.
a lot of gold up there.
500 to Andy for being my good buddy. 100
No.
to Eric for those effing sweet organizational pins.
What? Oh,
He loves it. Yeah.
I told you it was coming. I told you somebody was going to mention the yard
And then
sale.
all the extra pillows crammed in next to him.
No, I love
Hey,
it. It sounds
You know what I'm most proud of? That's a Murphy bed right there, not a closet. Kind of
Oh,
cool.
nice.
What
So
did Murphy
is
do?
everything in a bin in case the feds kick in the door and you only have to make 6
Yeah.
trips to escape? Is that what's going on there?
All the important stuff's in the attic. Just kidding.
Oh, those Murphy beds were the shizzle nitzel, buddy.
We
So
installed
on a rating of just a basic bed to a water bed, where does it fall?
Murphy.
For the water bed?
No, the Murphy bed.
You can't
So-
Murphy a water bed.
It's awesome because you fold it up out of the way. That's a queen size bed, but you don't even know it's there. I mean, now y'all do.
Yeah,
It's
and you
there.
don't have to have like that all that folded mattress crap that you know what I'm talking about. You normally,
Exactly.
Eric, listen, I'm giving you
You
1,000.
talking about
points, buddy,
blankets?
because
Is that the word you were looking for? Blankets?
No, like you know how they fold them into. Oh, never mind.
You talking about the crappy like fold up couch mattresses
Yeah,
that are like
I
super
can't stand
thin?
that stuff.
Yeah.
I
Now that
can't
Andy's
sleep
got
on
his
that.
mic working, he's going to have a home show on Spaces. So
He does kind of
fold it
look
up.
like Bob Vila.
Bam.
yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Do you know Captain Lou Albano? I think he looks like Captain Lou Albano. You're probably too young.
Yeah, it's some WW. If you don't know who that is, come on, Eric. Jeez.
500 to Andy for the classic fishbone gold necklace on the exposed chest. Yeah.
Thank you, Platinum.
Andy, will you get some puka shells and wear those next?
Minus
Come on,
200 to Andy
yeah.
for acting like he had a Murphy bed.
No, I don't. I wish I had a Murphy bed. That's freaking. That is the power.
$500 for Andy in advance of memes. Kelsey will win. $1,000 to Casey for playing the victim card. $500 for Casey and Andy for providing sign language for the visual impaired.
Yep. You're welcome.
What's up, Orwell? $1,000 to Andy. $200 to Andy and minus $200 to Eric. The Constitution invests the executive powers in the president. Executive orders are constitutional.
Bullshit.
Every one of those words.
Sorry.
200 Andy's got a lot going on.
Thanks, Obi. Now you understand my life.
Excuses.
Yeah.
Excuses.
He's kind of like the
sympathy.
Real Housewife of this panel, isn't he?
It's a sympathy. It's a sympathy vote, buddy. Come on.
Minus 37 to everyone for talking about Murphy bed so long without a stranger in the house. 100 to, minus 100 to Andy for saying shizzle nizzle.
I did say that?
Yeah, well, I don't remember hearing that.
Yeah, well, you're Andy squared. You got to mimic everything I do, so maybe you should say it too.
All right, back to the mess. All right. Who's next? Andy, I think. Political campaigns should be funded only by
Taxpayer
what?
money. Taxpayer money, and they should have a limit. And then that way, anybody can run.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
Oh, you mean like right now? Like all the rules that we have right now?
No. What I'm saying is to prevent only people that have a crap load of money to run, okay, and allow more people to run, there should be a budget that you give people that you're like, okay, here's $5 million or $10 million bucks. I don't know what the budget is. And then you give them to them equally, and you cancel out all the PACs and the super PACs and all that other stuff. And then that's how you elect people.
All right, Eric, you want to attempt that next?
Andy squared. Why are you laughing?
I think political campaigns should be funded only by constituent donors, not dark money, and all contributions should be transparent.
So go after
Andy
rich people.
squared to you.
What?
I think political campaigns should be funded by the person running. We should not have anybody be donating, because we have found in the United States of America, everybody is finding loopholes and problems in going around and donating as much as they want. So strip all of the money out of our political campaigns. I think that's how you're going to find true candidates that represent Americans.
Fine, I agree with you, Casey. Only rich people should run.
No, you don't need money to run.
1,000 to Andy for being the Real Housewife. Yeah. 10,000 to Andy for preventing big money to campaigns. Scientific says every bed is a waterbed when you're incontinent, Andy.
Scientific, you're not wrong there, buddy. You're not.
Burning T with the best comment of the night. Minus $1 million to Andy for saying taxpayer money. Yeah, that's the worst answer maybe ever on the show.
Last time I make you a logo, Burning.
Minus 200 to O2R.
Sorry, that's my kid's name is Oliver, so that my company is called O2R Oliver. Okay, whatever.
Because you couldn't spell Oliver?
No, because I'm trying to make it fancy.
Okay. As giving a candidate money is freedom of speech issue. Sorry, bro.
No,
Plus 1,000 to Andy for campaign money. Plus 500 to Eric for saying dark money. All right. Let's go to the scores. And we got to get a Terry update here too. So let me bring Terry in, and let's refresh the scores here and add the scores back in. Terry, how do you think it's going here?
This is Terry.
Hold on.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah,
close.
it's oh my goodness. I think you guys are gonna have to pick a team out there. It's starting to get really close. And pick a team and go comments. Pick a team and go. I can't stand it if we have an actual winner. That would not be good. Eric at 54.63, Casey at 53.40, and Andy at 41.67. And how the actual hell did that happen? Okay, that's what I got to say.
We're not even answering a question.
I have answered every single question.
He just keeps unbuttoning his shirt more. That's
No.
supposed to work for him, right? Fluff the hair up a little bit. He's going all girly on us.
It's not- Listen to me.
We're listening.
I've answered every question politely and eloquently. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say.
Okay, Kamala. How did that work out for you?
I come from the middle class.
Time is a concept.
Yeah, we need to be nuking Andy a little bit more is what we need to be doing.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
have this, especially with this magic button I have now. Thank you very much, Casey.
Yes, it makes it easy.
I can just
Well,
push the button.
Yes.
Where'd it go?
I think we got to take away points from Andy because he's being a typical millennial right now and just being on his smartphone.
Uh,
I
Andy,
was
are you serious?
contacting my business people.
Andy, focus.
I'm
Focus,
focused.
Andy.
I
He
have
was-
this
Stop it.
entire game on screenshot, so I'm good.
You
All
must
right.
stop.
All right. So thank you for the update, Terry. I'm going to put you in the back again. And here we go. That was seamless. Don't you think, Casey? I mean, that like nobody noticed that I had all sorts of problems there, I'm sure.
You're welcome.
Wow.
See, I was trying to delay it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We should put the instructions at a part where I need to reload my entire setup. So, all right. So,
Man, I'm so
still
bad for
in the
just
meme.
in the face.
and I don't know why we changed the rules to yes, but we did. Basically,
Yeah.
just fill in the meme.
Hold on.
You
Let
can
me-
make it
let me-
funnier, even better. Yeah, take a picture of the instructions again.
Yep.
Andy, do you have a better strategy this time than to pass on all of them?
No. I think I've got this under control.
Okay.
I've been practicing in the comment section for a couple weeks, and I think I'm ready to hit this.
So, Eric, Andy is stellar in the comments, and then he came on the show and passed every single one. It was
Fine.
it
I've been
was
using Grok. to answer. I'm just kidding. Totally have not been.
100 to Andy if he has to buy a vowel. Yeah. All right. So, Casey, to you, Easter cookies.
Nailed it.
That is correct. Nailed it. All right. Andy, to you.
Dang it.
Don't confuse what with what.
A rabbit with a hair. Don't confuse Easter eggs to Easter bombs. Is that a Muslim? Is that a Muslim rabbit?
I would never do something that sketchy. Eric, to you.
I got nothing. Don't confuse these eggs for these nuts.
That's pretty good. All right, Casey, to you.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't got anything on this one.
Andy, would you like a redo?
Easter bunny and no, I don't, I'm just saying this is an Easter bunny, right? Is that what that is?
We can't see what you're pointing at because you're blocking the whole screen with your meat hook there.
What is
Easter
this?
bunny and
What
Easter
is
Muhammad.
this?
Easter bunny, Muhammad. I don't know.
What do you think? It's like scratch and sniff, like the orange is going to come off? Like, what are you doing?
Well, you know, that's how I get closer to my OnlyFans people. Don't confuse Easter bunny with Easter Muhammad. I think that's what I'm going for.
We've
It's not
got
that
Andy.
funny.
What are you talking about?
Right. Facts.
All right. So the correct answer here is don't confuse Easter bunny with Middle Easter bunny.
Oh, dang.
Oh, that
Man,
was a good one.
so
Yeah.
fucking Christ. That was so easy.
All right. Eric, to you. Caption this.
Line through an initial.
Line through an initial. I like that. Casey, to you.
And honor, integrity, trust, transparency.
I don't got anything on this one.
Andy was able to read it out loud. I mean, do we have a guess?
I thought I was muted. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Honor, integrity, trust, transparency. Happy 6 years of being sober, George Floyd.
Kilbert said the thin blue line. That's a good one. I don't know who Jones is calling lame and sad. That could have gone anywhere. Luckily, no
probably
one
me.
lost
Probably
points
me.
because of that.
I'll take it, me.
Yeah.
But don't forget
so
to give me points, guys.
the correct caption here is when they're accidentally honest. See how they're all crossed out. Yeah. All right. So, all right.
I still say happy George Floyd sober day.
That was good. Eric, to you. Caption this.
Jesus.
Oh boy, dang it! There was a good one back in the day. What they call it? I'm drawing a blank. Brain fart. Pass until
Right.
I'll come back around. Someone's gonna say it. I know somebody's got it.
Casey, to you.
This is your tactical Michelin man.
That's a good one.
I like that. Andy, to you. Would you like to read it out loud to yourself?
AKFC 47.
All right.
AK-47. AKFC.
What?
Do you see Epstein in the room now, Andy?
KFC.
KFC. Oh my God, he's
Like
going to
chicken
the phone.
eating. Okay.
What is the chicken place, Siri?
It's not KFC. Kentucky Fried Chicken is not what they eat, or Golden. Okay, whatever, buddy.
I don't know.
Defender of the.
I
Whale
don't know
Team
what's going
6,
on.
I like that one.
Defender
Okay.
of the donuts.
Eric, did you want to try or?
Am I supposed to say yes?
Man, there was a good one back in the day, but
Yeah.
All right.
I like burning.
I can't remember.
All right. The correct answer here was Operation Desert Storm.
Oh, yeah, that's not what I was
man.
thinking of. Look, it's gonna come to me in like 10 minutes, and it'll be way too late. I'm not gonna get points for it, but it was a good one.
All right. Casey, to you. Fill in the blank here.
It's a little pale
Caption
there.
this.
Huh?
Opposite of orange man, blue man.
Okay. Andy, to you.
Mimicking the Pope. I don't know what the hell. When they're out of spray tan, I mean,
I love how defeated you are. I really never
I
seen
hate
way
this.
this depressed on his
listen, you
face.
should just kick me off when it's a meme thing into the comments, and then everything will be fine, and I'll come back in. Andy Squared, take over.
Eric, to you.
When Trump realizes his spray tan's made in China.
Ooh, that's really good.
That's good.
Tariff.
Yeah. All right. The correct caption here from the excellent Babylon B is Trump's skin returns to normal human color after ban on artificial dyes.
That's
I love it.
good. That's so good. That Babylon, I don't think there's a better website.
They're good.
Website than Babylon B. They are the
Hey,
great.
I remembered the fat one. So can I get half points for this?
Yep, you can.
All right, hold on. Let's do a little rewind here. I'm rewinding the tape. Eric, it's your turn.
All right. Mill Team 6. All right. And I found it without finding it. I didn't even look at it on my phone.
There we go. That's good. I like it. All right. That was worth the rewind. Casey, to you, what is this?
I have no freaking idea what I'm looking at right now. Pass.
What? Your browser history free must be wild.
Andy, do you have an answer?
What the hell?
The Villages.
I got one.
I got one if Eric doesn't. Yeah.
All right.
The
You want to go
Villages
first?
200 years ago.
If you say what I was going to say, then we'll share the points. I'll do the redistribute.
All right, Eric, to you.
Go ahead, Casey.
Oh, you want me to go? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Public school in 2025.
That's pretty
Oh,
good.
that's a good one. It's better than mine. Mine, I was just going to say
Why are they all white
libertarians.
people?
Libertarians on X.
That is the correct answer, actually. Libertarian Twitter. Yep. It's an oldie but a goodie. I pulled it out for you, Eric.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, this is the best comment of the night. 1,000 to Andy for what the hell. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go, see? Helps being eye candy.
All right. Casey, to you. Due to tariffs, Vietnamese hookers.
Bill Clinton will have blue balls tonight.
There you go. Andy, to you.
I saw this one somewhere because somebody tagged me with a hooker. I don't know why I got a hooker
Oh,
meme
come
tagged to me,
on.
but
Was it
due
in
to
a
terrorists,
sting
Vietnamese
operation, Andy?
hookers- No. They
No.
just said that I was there and I wasn't. It's just a weird thing. Due to Vietnamese hookers, it's supposed to increase because of the tariffs or something, and they're going to cost 140% more. So I don't know. It was one stupid thing.
You got to get a little closer to the microphone too. Eric, to you.
Is what the? If I get too far away, it's too close. It's phallic. If I get too far, this is
This per due to
there's more
tariffs
rules on here than
being-
Twitter.
Due to tariffs, Vietnamese hookers still have venereal diseases.
All
I
right.
don't know. I got none.
They'll keep them there. Correct answer here is due to tariffs, Vietnamese hookers will now only love you medium time.
Medium time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
1,000 Andy for the villages. 1,000 Andy for the villages.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Yep.
Villages.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. All right. Kelsey,
Don't
please,
knock it
to
too
you.
far.
I hate artificial food dyes. I won't consume anything that contains them.
Goes to the
I'm
fridge and
sure.
grabs a Diet Coke.
There you go. Andy, do you?
I'm gonna go get my next booster.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, you know, it's your guy that's banning the food dyes, right? All right. Eric,
but-
to you.
I thought we're talking about the cartoon.
Mountain Dew Code Red is just clear now. I don't know. I got none.
We got this from Scientific, who's hilarious if you don't follow him on Twitter. I hate artificial food dyes. I won't consume anything that contains them. Okay, then that was always allowed. Yeah. So, minus 500 to Andy. Doesn't know why you got a hooker.
Listen,
Plus 1,000
Sherry.
Andy for not saying happy ending. Yeah, that's the Andy card when you get points for not doing something.
There you go.
Right?
1,000 Andy for saying booster.
Boom.
All right.
And
Casey, to
somebody's
you.
in the lead.
For the love of God.
Arrest somebody.
Yeah, that's
Pam,
right. For the love of God, get off Fox News and
Fox
arrest
News.
somebody. Yep, that's the correct answer. Scientific's going to go drink some coffee enemas now. All right. Yep. It was your meme. You knew the answer.
Right, Dana.
And here we go, man. This is, yep.
Oh,
We're
shit.
got to be getting close to the end. Yep.
Uh-oh.
And
Yep. Here we go.
Canadian white power.
All right. Andy, to you. Are you familiar
Sure.
with the instructions for this round?
I still see Pam Bondi.
Okay.
There you
Is
go.
that who that was?
Companies pay women less. He responds what?
I'm still not hiring him.
Okay. Eric, to you.
Only if they do less.
Kelsicles, bureaucrat, to you.
Well, you're not hired.
Correct answer here is companies pay women less. Then why don't they hire only women?
Oh, good point.
That's what I meant.
It's a fair question. Yeah.
That
Andy,
is
to you.
true. That has been said a million times.
Andy, are you familiar with the instructions for this round?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Right.
What are these two
man, the
pictures?
What?
What are these two pictures? What do they have in common?
They both get. Oh man, God! Why do you have to start with me like this? See, this is the problem. They're both traitors, okay, and they both love war, and they both probably sausage fested. You know what I mean? In a tent somewhere, in freaking, That's it.
That's a lot of words for those small
Yeah, I
dogs.
mean, you have a lot to choose from, but they're both a bunch of sausage. They're both traitors, buddy. I can't believe you made me look at these people's faces again, buddy. I'd forgotten about that guy.
Eric, to you.
They're both war criminals.
Oh man, that's what Eric said. That's what I wanted to say, but I got so flustered.
That would have fit better. Casey, to
It
you.
would have.
Top one is terrorists going hunting. Bottom one is people that should go hunting with Dick Cheney.
I like that.
I wish the bottom ones would have had masks on.
Correct answer here is the Republicans I want versus the Republicans I get.
I don't want
Fact.
people in masks.
It's
What is that?
They're laying down suppressive fire.
COVID. They're trying to slow the
Oh,
spread.
Jesus Christ.
fight
Who
the
the hell sits
government
like-
or government traitors is really kind of what it's going for there, with a little bit of an Irish theme, if I do say so myself.
Again,
All
I'm still
right, so we'll
complaining about your-
skip Andy this time because we don't really have that kind of time left. Eric, to you. Anyone got some of that? What?
Free market capitalism.
Oh, I like it. Casey, to you. I set off a shitstorm in the chat. The facts, why not hire women?
Anyone got some of that equal opportunity employment? We'll go with that one.
That's good. Andy, to you. Andy, you're muted.
This is like Zach.
You hit the mute again.
Oh,
Or maybe I hit it.
yeah. It's like Zach waiting to get a follow back.
There you go.
Is that valid?
Andy, you figured it out. This
There
is
you
how
go.
you do it.
I just needed the mic closer.
That was good.
What do you think the name of my podcast should be?
Andy, follow me back.
Feed and repeat. All right. Casey, did I go to you?
Yes.
All right. Correct answer here is anyone got some of that? Red dye 40. Yep. He's looking for red dye 40. Yep. Keto beer. 1,000 Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
LMAO Andy.
There you go, co-host. Oh, sorry, main host.
A lot for the sausage fest. They're enjoying the sausage fest.
Oh, geez.
Well,
yeah.
There's a Colombian sausage.
Minus 1,000 minus 100 to Pam Bondi for being a cheap knockoff of the great Casey Mosgrip. Who we love. Just one bad decision in that lady's life, and it's haunted her whole life. I'm talking about Casey Mosgrip, of course.
Listen, Casey is Zach Spaces. Casey is the David, and Spaces are the Zach.
David says Andy's panties would be a good
that's
name
good.
for your
I like
podcast.
it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Scratch and sniff.
What was that bar that had all the underwear? That was a tiki bar. Nick's Last Resort. Was that what it was called? I don't know. All right.
Villages?
So, Eric, to you. All roads lead to what?
Ron Paul and Thomas Massey were right.
That is
Facts.
correct. That is
Fact.
correct.
Yeah.
Casey, to you.
Andy's date tonight.
Oh, that's a good one. Andy, to you.
Whoa. What? Okay. Sorry, buddy. I got distracted. 2 seconds. What is this is the I can't come up with something. This
Did I
looks
hear
like
a zipper? Did I hear a zipper? Is that what was going on there?
Monica. it wasn't me that
Hold
did that
on.
Bill Clinton impersonation. Let me see. I don't even know what that is, dude. Like it's like a 80s hairband guy that's like doing an exercise video, but then it's like I don't know, buddy.
This is the best because you have no idea about pop culture at all. So
I don't.
Let's
I don't even know
let's
who
just
that
skip
is.
you. Let's just skip you.
Richard Marx? I don't know.
Eric, to you.
When you get your Vietnamese hookers after the tariffs.
Is that JD Vance?
Yes, it's JD Vance.
Mixed in. Oh, I'm so sick of those.
Mixed with Whitney Houston.
Good.
And it's
If you would have put her in a bathtub,
I want to dance with somebody.
If you would have put her in a bathtub, I would have understood better, right? Because that's more current.
Too soon. Too soon. Too
How
soon.
in the hell
Whatever.
is Andy getting points for this?
I don't know. It's
Well,
chaos.
It's the way it goes.
It's truly a government program where Andy can do well in this.
Some people have white privilege, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
Obviously.
Casey, to you. Say the line again. He says it, everyone cheers.
He was on our radar.
Andy, to you.
Say the line again.
All right, so this just shows you how fixed this is. He got 1,000 for knowing the 80s. Like he never even heard of the 80s. I explained to him decades.
Buddy, I went
all
through
the time on
entire
Space.
80s. Say the line again, and then he's sad.
He says the
everybody
line though.
cheers.
He says the line, and he's sad to say the line.
Joe Biden won 2020.
Why would everybody be celebrating for that?
Because it's a freaking cartoon, dude. I don't know.
Here, Eddie, I'll give you a tip. If you don't know, the easiest way to get some wins with memes is just say taxation is theft.
Well, no.
But he looks sad about it.
All right, Eric, to you.
That Homer, dude.
Promises kept.
You are on the right path here. Say the line again. He says tariffs good.
I do. I agree with that though.
10,000 exemptions.
That's why you put it on me.
Yep. Yes, it is.
This game is rigged.
Yep. Eric, to you.
Who the hell is that?
Is
that supposed to be? Who is that?
That's the Pope.
Can't tell you.
That what the heck?
That's like
I don't. Oh,
is that
browser history, buddy?
Is this a painting in Epstein's Island?
That's a good guess.
That's good.
Casey, to you.
The painting that's on the wall in the Oval Office when Joe Biden is president.
That's good.
Is that Joe Biden?
Andy, to you.
Buddy, I don't know, man. If that's about the Pope, it's too soon. You know what I mean?
It's not.
But if it's about, like, I don't know who else that could be, buddy. There's a gun and a sponge and heels.
Well, real quick, I've told this story on Spaces about when the nun told my entire 5th grade class that she was pretty sure I was going to hell. And if not, I'm punching the ticket tonight. So what's your guess?
Freeze going to go to hell and his entire family. Is that the nun that told you that?
No. Very similar looking, though.
Dude.
It's still the Pope. Yep.
No.
All right. The correct answer here is Pope Fiction.
Oh, it looked familiar.
Pope Fiction.
All right.
Funny.
Casey, to you. We got you gotta guess 2 things here. 2 things.
Yep. Bring me, pause, the children.
Is a freaking Oreo cookie.
Okay. Andy, to you.
I'm gonna take the Pope thing away because there's a lot of Catholics in the chat. And number 2, it looks like an Oreo cookie.
So you need an emotional support animal. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that if you were to zoom out, it looks like an Oreo cookie. You see that?
Eric, to you. It's your fault for coming on the week the Pope died. You knew I was going to do something. Come on.
Well, you know what? I tried to get JD Vance to visit my ex-wife, and nobody listened.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it.
All right. And Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
There you go.
I like that poem. That's a good job, Eric.
Yeah, real good. All right. So the correct answer here was, I love it when you call me Biggie Popa. Put your hands in the air if you want to hear a prayer.
Is that Madonna?
Oh, you're so white.
The least cool Latino guy ever. All right, Casey, to you.
Call me Big Pope.
I love it when they call me Big Pope.
Do you not know that Biggie song, Andy?
Let's play it again. Same game, same picture, same game, different lyric.
Oh my God. Double stuffed Oreo. Look at them. There's 2 of them.
Casey, to you.
I got spaghetti on my I got spaghetti on my sweater already.
You're actually on the right path.
There you go.
Eric, to you. We're just skipping Andy.
No, I'm gonna be. No, I'll come up with a funny one.
Eric again. What?
Something from 8 Mile.
Andy's gonna do Juice Newton or something.
No, really I'm gonna say, listen. If Joe Biden ever shows up, if it comes to my funeral, make sure you bury me instead of him.
Sherry, I want you to take it back that 1,000 points right now.
What do you mean? I'm just saying because Joe. If it Joe's
This
dead,
isn't the show for respecting others.
Oh,
buddy,
you had to go Salt and Popa. It would have been better with Salt and Popa. Oh my God! And he gets 1,000 for talking with his hands. Ain't saying nothing.
I was rapping.
Forget about it.
All right. The correct answer here is My psalms are sweaty, knees weak, cross heavy. Last supper's ready. It's Lord Spaghetti.
There you go.
Oh my
That's like
God.
Eminem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally told you it was Mom's Spaghetti, and nobody, only Casey took the bait on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sherry,
I saw.
Biggie Smalls, Annie, minus 100, no pop culture. She gave you like
Correct.
25,000 points for struggling, but only gives you minus 100 for not knowing who Biggie Smalls is.
No, I know who that is. That's the guy that got shot by Tupac.
You got more points for being respectful. He's
Oh
he's
my
not being
God.
respectful.
I
He's
wasn't being
dodging.
respectful. I called him an Oreo cookie.
It's-
I'm a tough guy.
Yeah. All right. Casey, back to you.
Oh my God, what, buddy? How did you know that the Pope was going to die?
I
No,
heard it
it's
on
the
the news.
events of this week.
Like
that's the
Sunday.
theme of the show every week.
Mm.
Another lyric here, Casey.
Oh my good God.
Sherry loves Juice Newton, so somebody got my reference.
I don't know who that is.
Juice Newton's not white enough for Andy to know who
anything
she is.
Pass.
Andy, do you?
Is this like the filming of the movie?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
Literally
Got
said it
lyrics
was
to
a
a
lyric.
song.
Eric, to you.
Rolling down the street
wait,
in
you're
my
not allowed to get
6'4".
What?
There you go.
That was good.
Rolling,
That was good.
rolling down the street in my 6'4". 6'4".
6-4.
Talking some shit, smacking some hoe.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Knowing
that is a
nothing left but
complete
to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. All right.
when you
here
can't
we
get
go.
married, but you still want that walking out of the church experience.
The correct answer here is they see me rolling, they praying,
Yeah.
riding
Riding dirty.
dirty.
Riding dirty.
Those Pope mobiles are badass though. Nobody can deny that.
Yeah.
That is
And he's
freaking
got
awesome.
3.
You're just sitting. I wish I would get that.
All right,
That was
Casey,
a
back to
binge.
you. This isn't a lyric.
Wow.
I did not kill myself.
Andy, do you?
I pass. There's so many Pope ones. Like
Yeah.
it's like, how can you expect us, listen, as contestants, to come up with 5 Pope meme combats? It's like
In my defense,
you
Andy,
used
I
one
had
Pope.
no expectations for you at all on this whole round.
You use one Pope. Like, okay, I'll come up with something funny for one Pope thing, but now I got 5 of them to come up with. Come on,
For
bro.
you to be good at this would all have to be old people estate sales in the Tampa area. Like that's
I
really
totally agree.
Or
I
the
mean, I'm
village.
okay with that. But
Right.
you see what I'm saying? Like, change subjects, bro.
okay. Take it under advisement and ignore it.
So for
Eric, to you.
taking out the Pope is what he's saying.
My name is Francis, and I'm an alcoholic.
There we go. See, it's that easy, Andy. It's literally that easy. The correct answer here is Frankie says relax.
Relax.
All right. Oh, another Pope
No.
one. I'm so sorry, Andy. I could
Bro,
skip it,
what
but I don't
kind
really
of
give a shit
pack-
about your feedback.
What meme
So-
pack did you order today from Temu? Like
Yeah.
54.
If I'm going to hell, I'm going to be in the VIP lounge. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, let me
pack.
be super lazy. I just one search engine for Pope memes. I got the
Yeah.
entire section done."
No.
There's a whole website of Pope memes.
It's all right, free. I'll sit
Casey.
next to you because after some of the memes I shared this week about the Pope, I'm going to go into hell too. So
Yeah, and I couldn't use Casey's. This was a very difficult thing. Casey, to you.
capitalism is evil, but I live in the most luxurious and fanciest building in the entire planet.
Yep, you're on the right track.
Well, he lives
Andy.
in his own city. Capitalism is evil. Buy my T-shirt. I don't know what they. No, rosary beads.
Okay.
All right, Eric, to you.
I definitely can.
Capitalism is evil, but I'm rocking $1,000 gold pendant. Or
There you
like
go.
Is that
platinum
capitalism?
silver.
Yeah, capitalism is evil. Now give me all your money.
But you have to, for capitalism, you have to give them something back for it.
Yeah, it's called a religion.
Yeah, he was more of a fan
Okay,
of socialism. In his defense, he was more a fan of socialism. Yeah. Casey, to you. I will pray for the poor.
Bro.
It's Andy. I don't know if you heard this, but the Pope died this week, Andy.
I will pray for the poor, and then I'll take everybody's money and make them more poor.
Andy, to you. Breaking news, Andy, the Pope died.
I will pray for the poor. I'm not perfect.
All right. Eric, to you.
I'll pray for the poor, but I'm partying with the rich.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Correct answer here is I will pray for the poor while holding all this gold inside a golden palace. Yep.
Big facts.
Casey, to you. I don't know if you heard, Andy, the Pope died. Pope Francis laments
This is
the Times
unbelievable.
talk to us. So much of poverty in this world, and this is a scandal.
Pope Francis laments at times.
Maybe someone should do something about this.
Yep.
I don't know.
Andy, to you.
Why are these things so long? Pope Francis laments. The Times talk to us. Probably know what this is a scandal. I have nothing, buddy. I have nothing with these.
All right. We're following along. We're watching it live.
Yeah,
Eric,
like
to
I have
you.
nothing with. See, and you did it on purpose, buddy.
The Times talk to us, so much poverty in the world, and this is a scandal, and the government's making it worse.
The government is making it worse. Correct answer here is as he literally sits on a golden throne. Literally sits on a golden throne. All right.
Yep.
I don't know, Andy, if you heard, but the Pope died this week. Trump is thinking, I'm so getting into heaven just for standing next to this Pope guy. Casey, what does the Pope think?
This guy hasn't given me any children.
Andy, to you.
I wish I had his golden hair.
That's good. Eric, to you.
There you go.
It's not that hard, Andy.
Joke's
It's
on
not
him.
for one or two times, but 17 Pope the memes. I mean, that's kind of hard.
Well, I mean, number 17 was the charm for you.
Oh, you must be a QAnon.
If I would have
You
started
got-
at 16, you would have been over like the White Sox. Eric, to you.
Shoot. Which I don't know. I got nothing.
All
Sorry.
right, so
I got some stuff, but I don't.
Trump says, I'm so getting into heaven just for standing next to this Pope guy. And the Pope says, I'm so going straight to hell just for standing next to this Trump
I had a
guy.
better one, and I came up with a funny one.
That's a good
I'm
one.
so getting into heaven just for standing next to this Pope guy. And then he's like, JD's the one actually sending me to heaven.
Oh, I see. Even better, Andy, right there.
I know, but it took me a second.
You were 0 for 17, and now you're 2 for 17 because you got
Well,
2 on the
you know.
same one.
Okay, let me guess what the next meme is.
Yeah. We want to guess, Andy?
Pope?
Oh, yeah, it's a Pope one. Yeah. So caption this. Casey, to you.
I am the Pope now.
Andy, to you.
There's got to be a golf course at the Vatican.
That's good. Eric, to you.
When Rome forgets to pay their tariffs.
That's really good. All right. The correct answer here is nobody knows the Bible better than me, folks. Believe me. And I have to say, this is the most tremendous gospel you've ever seen. Absolutely incredible. Jesus, total winner, turned water into wine. Amazing deal. We're going to make heaven great again.
I like the golf course one better.
Yeah,
That's
nobody
so
got
cool.
that. Nobody got
That
that.
is
one.
exactly how Trump would say it, though.
Well, yeah, exactly how he would say it. We know that.
Exactly.
I love
All
that,
right.
man.
Andy, you want to guess the next
Huge.
one?
Let me guess. Cardinal? Are you going to go at least?
I stayed thematic. Pope Trump. Casey, to you.
Who's going to baptize me now?
Andy, go to you.
Trump as the Pope, right?
Great idea.
I wonder if
Tremendous opportunity.
With Mike Johnson in the background.
That's
is
good.
that Mike? No, that's not Mike Johnson. Buddy, these are so freaking hard.
You could literally
These are
say
like-
anything.
You know what? I know I literally could, but it's like Pope, Trump, Sis.
Can we
the third.
can we keep
Pope,
the feedback
Trump,
to
Sis-
say after the show when people aren't watching? Just guess something. Anything. Any words?
I want tariffs on all your prayers. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
Eric,
good.
to you.
Mar-a-Lago is a lot nicer than the Vatican.
That's good. That's a good
People
one.
would say it
That's pretty
too.
good too.
That's
So
that's
the
really good.
new thing is it
That's
goes
true.
Casey, Andy bitches about it. Eric says something really funny, and then Andy thinks of something 5 seconds later. So
Well,
here's the correct
You're
answer.
going over the shock.
Give a man a fish, and he will eat for a day. Deport a man, you never have to feed him again. Trump 2020.
Bro, okay.
Boom.
Now I love
support
this.
that.
This
Yeah.
I love.
Amen.
This
Yeah.
might hold on a second. Don't
This would
don't
be my
think-
favorite segment if you weren't bitching through the whole damn thing.
No, this right here.
Taking a picture
is-
of it.
That's freaking funny, buddy.
Kinda-
Andy's faxing it to himself right now, so he can
Oh
remember
no,
it later.
listen, that's freaking funny.
All right, Casey, to you.
Damn, they're so good.
I don't
Jesus.
know. I mean, I obviously know who JD Vance is. Who's this? Is that the lady from
Naomi.
North Dakota or some shit?
That's
Christy
Naomi.
Noem, former
Yeah.
governor of South Dakota. That is
South
now
Dakota.
Yeah,
That
Christy
is-
Noem.
Department
you
of
have the
Homeland
same
Security
eyes.
Secretary. Wants to kill illegals, kills the Pope.
Interesting. Andy, to you. She's the head of what is she? The Homeland
Department
Security.
of Homeland Security.
Yeah,
DHS.
I call her Botox Barbie, Botox border Barbie.
She is
That helps
pretty
out.
though, buddy. Like you can't deny
No, she's
that.
not. You, dude, if you see a close up of her,
I mean, listen, I don't do close-ups. Okay, I'm just saying
oh
from
my
this
god,
visualization.
she's terrible.
Um,
She also did she did an infomercial for a dental company instead of paying for her teeth. She's sketchy. Andy, do you?
what is it about freaking women that has you so angry? Free.
She also
This-
vetoed a cannabis bill that the majority of the state actually wanted.
This isn't your
Well-
therapy, Andy. Just guess something, please.
Christy and Vance. Christy name of Vance. I don't know. I have nothing, buddy. I have nothing.
Yeah.
Her,
That
her
would've been
beauty
nice
is
for
making
sex
me
stuff.
lose all train of thought.
All right, Eric, to you.
And JD,
Uh,
I get nervous.
Yeah, the top two in your signal chat.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
There you go.
Correct answer here is I kill dogs, and he says, "Hold my beer." In her Eric, in her book, she famously said she killed a 1-year-old dog because she wasn't able to train it.
I think I remember that. Who's JD Vance killed in his book?
Well, that book's not out yet.
Well, okay.
All right, Casey, to you.
Casting couch, my wife, and then this is getting wow. I don't know on this one.
No, this is
Yeah, nothing.
key.
Andy, to you.
Yeah. Is this like one of those that's like, hey, sofa Indian Pope, like kind of things that I'm supposed to come up with something? It's like a statement. Is that what this is? Sofa. I don't know, buddy. I have not. I
Right.
can't come up. It's too many Pope things, bro.
Yeah.
Literally.
Eric, to you.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this one too. I'm
Yeah.
not
It's too
sure
much.
where
It's
to
too
go
much
with it.
Pope.
Let's
It's like
let's
Pope
reveal it.
forever.
This is technically a JD Vance one. This is
Yeah.
Okay.
fuck, marry, kill.
That's kind of funny.
He famously said he had sex with his couch in his book.
Did it?
How would be really funny if Andy wasn't pissing all over him. I'm just saying. All right,
Well,
Casey,
that,
to you.
like that one. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I don't know
Jason
why,
Kirk.
but I was like, why is Vivek Ramaswamy's wife up there?
They all look the same.
Andy's like, these would be really good if they weren't topical or current events, or if they didn't have pictures, or if we didn't have to guess stuff.
Andy's
Or
really
have to
not
offend
into-
anybody.
or
No, I
political.
don't mind one Pope one because that Pope just died. But there's other crap that happened.
Okay, all right. I'm muting you. Casey, to you. Casey, to you.
Oh man. Oh, what is it that I want to say? Ah, The line
You picked
from
all of
Happy
them.
Gilmore. That's what I want to say right now, but I can't spit it out. Damn
And
it.
it's fighting the prices. The price is wrong.
Yeah, price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spill my
Oh.
fucking water.
Andy's dumping shit all over himself.
It is.
This is such a train wreck.
Oh.
It's the Pope, buddy.
Oh,
It's
thanks for
too
coming
much.
on, Andy. We appreciate it. Eric, to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with the
Got it.
Casey with the price is wrong, bitch. Like that's
Okay.
That's spot on.
Correct answer here is
This better be the
finish
last.
it's
Pope
it's
one.
Mortal Kombat. All right,
For
I
next
need to
one.
do this so that. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna pre-mute Andy on this one. Pre-muting him. Casey, to you. This is a Babylon B one.
I don't have anything on this one. I don't.
Eric,
Yeah,
to
I
you.
can't.
I have questions. Is the guy on
No,
the left like the
I have one. I have one.
Buddhist
That's a
guy? All right, go
Dalai
ahead,
Lama.
Andy. Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Mr. Pope, I'm going to put you out of your misery so that you don't have to see all these memes that will be on the game.
All right, Eric, your turn.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
now I just have questions. Is JD Vance, Buddhist?
No, he's
No.
Catholic, actually.
Okay.
Converted to
All right.
Catholicism. The correct answer here is Dalai Lama quietly cancels scheduled meeting with JD Vance. So
Is that a real headline?
that was
Thank
Babylon
God.
Babylon B.
At least you're leaving the building now.
Casey, to you. After the Pope's death, the Vatican announced it by burning.
Joe Biden.
My turn.
Andy, to you.
Andy, go ahead.
The Epstein list.
That's good.
There you
Eric,
go.
to you.
Yeah, this is
Pride
good.
flags.
That's pretty good too. After the Pope's death, the Vatican announced it by burning his hard drives and Choir Boy magazines.
Oh boy.
That dude knew how to use a computer.
Oh.
All right, last
Oh my
one.
God.
Hey,
Thank-
this isn't a Pope
thank
one, Andy.
God,
this is for
buddy.
you.
Are you sure?
So I don't know what kind of measuring device this is, but pretend we know what it is. And we've got on the bottom, we've got shitlib, we've got commie, we've got Mises
8.1.
Caucus, we've got Democrat, we've got Republican, we've got Constitutionalist, we got LP member, we got Mutualist, we got ANCAP. Who's on the top, Casey?
America.
Merco. All right. Andy, do you?
Is this inches or it's inches or centimeters? Because I don't
That's
I
the
don't get
best.
this crap either. Like, why would you put this crap on here? Who's on top of the big wiener contest? Is that what that is, or the condom one?
Yes, Andy, that is what I'm saying.
8.1.
If anybody ever wanted to know what it'd be like if I had my mom on, thank you, Andy, for simulcasting.
What?
I've been like,
What is this?
why would anyone do this stupid crap? Is this really on the internet? Who would watch this?
Who's on
Who would
top of
watch
what is
this?
an ANCAP? What is
Who makes fun of the
And-
Pope the week
I
he
don't-
died?
buddy,
This guy right here.
I don't know. Look,
Anarcho-capitalist is the ANCAP.
All right, can we
Sorry.
just skip you?
I don't know
Andy?
who
You're not
I don't know
gonna
who
guess.
these I don't
You're
even know what
literally
those
not gonna
words
guess.
mean. Shit lib.
We got that part. All right, Eric, to you.
Who's
It's the last
Mises?
one, Andy. You're almost out of your
Uh,
misery.
Libertarian.
All right,
No.
and the correct answer here is agorist.
Agorist.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
Agorist.
course.
This is Brandon from Agorist Nexus, so he's awesome. So if I would have done it, it would have been an anarchist, of course, at the top. But I will take Agorist.
Agorist
That's an
again.
acceptable answer.
in the
So, all right.
comments.
I think it's
please
funny that Mises Caucus is down at the bottom.
enter
Yeah.
Let's see the scores.
Are you Eric? Are you blocked by Mises?
No, not yet.
They actually
Yeah.
endorsed me when I ran, but
Oh, okay, I'm blocked by him. I think Casey's blocked by him. We're all blocked by him.
I
There's-
might
there's-
be.
I haven't looked.
I feel like my hair
There-
has grown during this freaking show.
Yeah,
There's
so mine.
Eric. There's a list on X of everybody that's been blocked by them, and it's like 200 people, like just from like
All the
when
good
they
people.
went on the blocking spree.
Yeah. Find me that list so I can go follow all the people that are block palm.
All right, yeah, I'll check it out.
you
I'm on
checking
it, so I'm on it, so it'll be easy to find. All right, so Eric, what'd you think? First time on the show.
Check the scores.
Oh yeah, let's do the scores. Let's do the
It was a
scores.
lot
Let's
of
do the
fun.
scores first.
Oh,
Boom.
Casey 5640,
How
Eric
did I
5563. You must have gotten nuked at some point. Andy got 69, which is, I mean,
freaking
from
amazing.
the level of effort, 69 was a gift. I mean, it really was a gift. And he's taking another picture of it. Hey, you should do a selfie. You should do like one of these and like get
Wow,
yourself
I
in
can't
it.
believe I got
He's a
69.
boomer. He
That
doesn't
is
know how to
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think that's a win, buddy. That goes with all my branding, goes with all my stuff.
Yeah.
Goes with
So
your
Eric, what'd you
loophole.
think, man?
What was that?
What'd you think of being on?
I had a lot of fun. If y'all have me again sometime, I'll do it again. Or I guess
Eric, you're awesome, buddy.
thing that we're gonna. Yeah, I tried. I know I'm like, you know,
I know. Buddy.
lost me on the memes on a couple of those.
Yeah, it's
I might have been trying to overthink it. Maybe I don't know.
yeah, that's what happens.
Awesome. Andy, I'm not going to ask what you think because you
Oh,
bitched for the whole last
listen,
round.
I
and everybody
loved
knows.
it. I loved it until you got to your Pope
Yeah,
collection
yeah.
collector pack.
Oh, really? You
that
didn't
you
tell
bought
us
at
this yet.
freaking
Hold on.
Costco.
Let's make
you're
the
like,
show
oh, let me
another
get-
hour, and you can still talk about the Pope memes that you didn't.
Well,
like.
I'm just, I don't know if there's like a
the extended
how I can help
remix
you make
of
it
bitching
better.
about the Pope memes.
Buddy, there's like 50
this is
of
the
them.
dance remix of "What's all the Pope memes?" Oh, yeah, all right.
Well, I'll talk about
Casey,
it.
did you like the Pope memes?
I loved the Pope meme.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
Jesus
they're
Christ.
hilarious.
Andy lost. I didn't lose, Casey.
This is my target audience here, not my target audience here.
Well, Eric.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
All right.
Well, you're lucky I let you win.
I appreciate. Well, I didn't win. I lost to Casey.
Well, no,
Yeah,
you beat
think,
me,
right?
and that's all that matters.
Oh wow. Okay.
Technically, everybody beat you. But
Casey
yeah.
didn't really win. Casey
Oh.
Casey is part of the actual government show here. So he's basically like,
Nope.
Well,
There's the reason
Andy-
why the Fed was trying to get rid of me. And I was said, fine, we can get rid of the Fed. So I'm good with that.
And if it makes you
Yeah.
feel better, Andy, you didn't come in last. There's that random guy that's negative 40,000 points or something.
Yeah.
yeah, it's Mike. And I know it's
Yeah.
Mike.
And you're not going to hell, as Kat's pointing out. So yeah. So
Well, I have been married twice already. So how do you explain that?
200 Andy for trying to buy the stairway to heaven. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Gilbert.
How did I get 269 points?
Gilbert's trying to teach you how to
Terry.
take a screenshot.
No. Then it won't be in my phone, buddy. Listen. Terry, how did I get there's a clearly 200 points was on the table here. Oh man.
I'm Catholic. I make fun of everybody. I literally make fun of everybody. Literally
Oh
make
my
fun
gosh.
of everybody.
We're equal opportunity haters here. So
Yeah.
it doesn't
Make
matter.
fun of
No, you absolutely-
I point out the hypocrisy of everybody. As Terry likes to say, I'm the moral high ground. Everybody else is measuring themselves against me. I'm the moral high ground. So
You're the North Star.
Man.
oh my god, people are fucking trying to teach you like tech support through the chat.
At least I know what all the beams are for the Pope.
Somebody's like
That's what
trace
it
the
is.
screen.
I know how to take a screenshot. Where's print screen?
Well,
We're gonna get
No, it-
we're gonna see pictures on Andy's feed of like Andy standing in front of the screen like this.
I know. Hell yeah, buddy.
59 points.
No, it's Windows Shift S, buddy. That's how you actually
Oh
do it.
my god.
Oh my God.
what's that do?
I'm crying. Oh my god.
Terry, oh look, Terry got her eyes out, girl. What's
Oh
damn?
my god.
Look how pretty her eyeballs are.
If I go to
Look
hell
at
for
that
this, it was totally worth it for Andy having to learn how to take a screenshot through the chat. Totally worth it.
I
Facts.
can't get into my
Facts.
phone, boy.
I don't think that's a sin.
All right, so thank you to everyone in the chat. You guys were awesome. This was hilarious. I
10-17.
apologize in advance for Andy's complaints about everything. It was not about you. It was directed at me.
It was 100%. I didn't even know you guys were there.
Follow Casey at American versus Gov. Follow Andy some sort of complicated branding thing in his
Well,
handle or
buddy,
some shit he
it's
tried
not
to
for
explain
everybody.
earlier. And Eric is Eric P904. Eric, can you plug the show one more time for us?
Your show or the one that I'm a co-host on?
Mine sucks. Do yours.
the Black Powder Podcast. If you search that on X, you'll be able to find it. They're also on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. I think we're working on Spotify. So yeah, it's a libertarian podcast. We do about an hour every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We sometimes we have guests. We've had Justin Amash on. We've had TJ Roberts recently. We had almost all of the libertarian candidates. Sorry, Charles Bailey, we didn't get you, but almost all the libertarian candidates for president. I don't think we had Charles. That was one that we missed. So next time we'll do better. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a good show. Come watch it.
Try to get the Pope on next time.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah.
Did you
they got to pick them, right?
did you see last week where I basically disproved that Marcus was the only real libertarian?
Oh,
Well, he's had some pretty terrible takes, and I've given him a hard time. One time he was like, he was celebrating PBS because of Sesame Street, and I was like, that you lose your libertarian card right there. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
Did you see though? I kept putting this on the screen while he was talking.
Yeah. Did you make that just for him?
No, but it came in damn handy. Can you tell who it is in the picture?
I cannot.
You don't have to think real hard. I'm
Yeah,
telling
who
you
put
right
the
now.
clown nose on last year?
Oh, Chase.
No, female.
Angela.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So-
Well, Angela
I don't know.
did
I mean,
it because there was a
Nobody
there
knows
was
who
one-
these people
anyways.
are.
I mean, the libertarians do, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, sorry.
Andy only wants you
Literally
to
how the
talk about
government
Trump. He just
All right.
No,
Trump
I
is
said
a
I don't
terror.
know who. I don't know who Angela is. Like it's like you're like, oh, it's Angela.
Well, we're just
Angela McCardle.
we're libertarians. We understand what we're talking about.
See, I told you guys have your own language.
Terry knows who we're talking about.
Yeah,
Agroist and
there's-
status.
Andy, we have our own language. It's called freedom.
Yeah.
And the rest
Yeah,
of the country doesn't understand it.
Agroist status.
All right. Well, we went way
Well,
long, and I think Eric pointing out his show was an hour was a subtle dig at ours going.
They're like,
Just come in, get it over with, rip the Band-Aid off. So
Yeah.
well, I work a weird schedule, so like I got to be up. Like
we don't
tomorrow
know
I'm
what
working,
boundaries
but
are.
this was a lot of fun, so it was
Yeah.
worth it.
So
wait till
hang
I
out
had to
for a
work
second.
tomorrow.
We'll end the stream. Thank you everybody for doing this. We'll be back next Friday. Appreciate you all. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Somebody's probably doing a space, so we'll probably hop in there. But catch you next time.
Thanks, guys. I'm checking the pool pup.